The Bears come into Cleveland in front of nearly 15,000 fans, and they quiet them with a 6-2 victory over the Monsters.
Pushed to the brink, the Cleveland Monsters are taking on water, fearing the depth of postseason elimination. Their head coach, disappointed.
You have complete control of the game with 4 minutes left in the second period. We just got in our own way with some emotions there at the end, taking penalties you shouldn't.
The Hershey Bears dominated the end of Game 3 to take a 3-zip series lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, they look to close it out on the quest to repeat the roar.
We'll see a very determined hockey team. This team doesn't quit. We're a hard-working team. I expect a physical game again. This playoff hockey, it's do or die for them, and we want to close out the series.
Will the Canning Trophy come out tonight for the Bears, or do the Monsters keep their season alive? We'll find out next. Game 4 of the AHL's Eastern Conference Finals starts right now on Fox 43.
They score! The Bears have done it! They are Calder Cup champions!
Another packed crowd tonight. Fans filing into the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse here in Cleveland, Ohio. Monsters fans, possibly their last chance to see the team in person. The Hershey faithful who've made the trip want to send the Bears home with some hardware and a trip to the Calder Cup Finals. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hershey Bears Playoff Hockey. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. Special teams has been a key throughout this series, especially Hershey's power play. They have 6 goals with the man advantage in just 3 games, and players on both sides know it's been a huge difference maker.
There's 4, but I mean, we still felt like we were in it, and then a couple penalties, and then it's 5-2 all of a sudden. And that's what that team does, and that's why they won the Cup last year.
We've been kind of switching up our systems a little bit and working hard and, supporting each other on the power play and shooting when there's an opportunity to shoot and not forcing anything. And just doing some things that Coach has talked about. It's been helpful.
Special teams going to be critical again tonight. The power play, the penalty kill. What else is going to be happening? Well, let's send it up to the booth for the voice of the Bears, Zach Fish, and former Bears captain Garrett Mitchell.
The atmosphere is going to be electric here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals with Garrett Mitchell. And look, Game 3 was a good one for the Bears. 3 goals in the span of 2 minutes and 18 seconds in that second period. The lineups are going to look very different. Hershey without 3 skaters. No Aaron Ness, no Pierrick Dubé, no Henrik Kravinsky, all due to injuries. So some changes for Hershey that will change their lineup tonight.
Yeah, big time. And you know what? We talked about the depth, before Game 3. Hershey has the ability to have depth throughout their lineup, and we've seen that throughout the year. Guys are able to jump right in. You got Matt Strome jumping back in the lineup. He's going to fit in right into that power play spot, penalty kill spot that Ravinsky was in. So it's a pretty seamless transition for him. Matthew Phillips getting in back into the lineup. Obviously we saw the success he had in Calgary with the Wranglers. So, those guys go right back in, and I don't think they're going to miss a beat.
Artie Hamid-Oxel in on defense as well for Hershey. Meanwhile, on defense for Cleveland, we could see the pro debut of Denton Matejchuk, who had a fantastic junior career in the Western League with Moose Jaw, was the WHL Defenseman of the Year, recently just joined the team after a fantastic run winning the WHL title. If we take a look at our window of opportunity, sponsored by Renewal by Anderson, explore the better way to a better window for this Hershey Bears team. They want to come out and seize this moment, but they don't want to look too far ahead. Everyone's talking about a potential rematch with Coachella Valley in the finals. The Firebirds are also up 3-0, but they're not there yet, and they got to have their special teams continue to roar.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously we saw the success, going 3 for 6 on the power play. We saw that in Game 3. So, have success with that, but not, like you said, don't get too far ahead of yourselves. This is far from over.
And the new and go to the Calder Cup Finals in back-to-back years, but work's still to be done. And go to the Calder Cup Finals in back-to-back years, but work's still to be done. For now, let's send it back to our own Todd Sadowski.
Thanks, guys. Hershey's trying to extend their playoff between Hershey and Cleveland's next. You're watching Hershey Bears Playoff Hockey.
So you made some money. Want to make it do more? Make it do more than more. With Robinhood Gold, you can make your money the most. Make your cash do 5% APY. That's a lot. At 8 times the national average, that's bigger than big. That's huge. Make your money make more money. That makes more money. Make your money do the most. Get Robinhood Gold and make your cash earn 5% APY. Join today and get your first 30 days free.
At Sheehy Auto Stores, find the perfect used car today. With over 25 locations, shop the Mid-Atlantic's largest selection of quality, affordable used cars. Choose from over 2,000 vehicles, all makes, all models, backed by our 5-day money-back guarantee. And you always get one easy upfront price. Plus, when you sell or trade your current vehicle, get up to 125% of KBB value. Find your next used car at Sheehy Auto Stores. Shop in-store or online.
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.com.
The first period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Members First Federal Credit Union.
A look at downtown Cleveland from just over top of the Cuyahoga River, just outside Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, where we're set for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Tonight, the American Hockey League on the NHL Network, the Monumental Sports Network in Washington, D.C., and of course, this is a Fox 43 production. Back in central Pennsylvania, Hershey Bears hockey coming to you live on Antenna TV, Fox 43.2. I'm Zach Fish, the voice of the Hershey Bears. Pleased to be joined alongside former Hershey Bears captain Garrett Mitchell and Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski is ice level for this one as the Bears and Monsters meet up with Hershey, 3-0 series leaders, looking to end it tonight and go back to the Calder Cup Finals as their quest to repeat as champions looks to continue. Up next, either Coachella or Milwaukee. Todd Nelson quick to tell his team to not overlook that coming into today's game. Well, we're in for a good one, Garrett, as we look at our starting goaltenders. Hunter Shepard will get the call for Hershey. And with the lights down here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, another great crowd expected, and Hunter Shepard has been able to silence them.
Yeah, he really has. And, you know, we continue to talk about him, and, you know, it's for a good reason. He's been the backstop of this team here the last couple of years, and you know, he's really done an unbelievable job, you know, at every level. So look to have another big one out of Shep here tonight, and it's set for a great night.
Dolph Ziggler of the WWE is dropping the puck at center, and Shepard will look to drop the Cleveland Monsters. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jet Grease warming up in his net right now. He gets the call in goal. We thought maybe they'd go back to Malcolm Subban between the pipes, but Grease is back in there after being yanked for the third period. And against the Bears in this series, those are his overall numbers of .436 goals against average and an 85.8 save percentage. Hershey's been able to get to him, but Grease knows he's got to be better tonight.
Yeah, no, and I think there's, you know, parts of, you know, what we've been able to see through, you know, from sitting up here that, you know, I'm sure there's some of those that he'd love to have back, but at the same time, get the puck on net, you never know. And, you know, we've seen that through the first 3 games here.
Hershey's power play has been so good. Calling the penalties tonight are officials, referees Cody Beach, number 45, and Grady Hamilton, number 41, Mitchell Hunt, number 62, and Joseph Mahone, number 89 on the lines. Our officials for this evening's game. Well, they had just under 15,000 people in this building, the home of the NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Bears were able to put up 6 here on Tuesday night to take the 3-0 series lead. The hardest thing to do is close out a team. Riley Sutter on the opening faceoff. We get to it. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals coming to you live. However you're watching or listening, we appreciate you being with us. It's the Bears and Monsters with Hershey a chance to punch their ticket to the Calder Cup Finals on the line tonight. Bears will dump the puck in. Their fourth line gets the start. Max Strome is in the lineup here today in place of injured forward Henrik Rubinski. Strome jumps back in the lineup. He's had a good playoffs, and that's quite the reintroduction with a big hit along the board. Strome, the brother of Washington's Dylan Strome, checking his mouth as he heads off, as well as Ryan Strome, who spent last year in Anaheim. Logan Day in his own zone. It hops the stick of Hamid Aktel. Little jitters back in the lineup. Hardy Hamid Aktel's played 7 in the playoffs. But hurt last round and hasn't played since his first game of the series. Having to defend the Monsters here. Stefan Matteau to left point. Zaboro, Cleveland in the black sweaters for the blue line for Billy Sweezy. Well, the defenseman 1 minute in puts it around the base of the boards. And on the wing, Ethan Frank will knock it to center. Frank with goals in 6 consecutive games for Hershey. And he has been fantastic. 8 goals leads the Bears. A quick steal right to Hendricks Lapierre, and Greaves with the save right off the bat as the Bears looking to be opportunistic. And Hendricks Lapierre, not the guy, Carrot, you want to turn it over to. 13 points here in these playoffs.
Yeah, no, and it all starts. Joe Snively gets in on the forecheck there, forces that turnover, and like you talked about, right to Lapierre, and he gets a great shot off.
As we look at our scratches presented by Evergreen Brewing Company and their Juicy IPA, no Jubei, Nasser Rabinski hurt for the Bears in the last outing, while Cleveland still without talented defenseman Nick Blankenberg and Jake Christensen, as well as Cole Clayton. That's a lot of power on the blue line with Matejchuk in tonight. Slap shot on goal. Grease the save. Logan Day smashed that one to the net. And the save made by the Cleveland netminders. Pucha brings it ahead over the blue line. First to the goal. Shepard the save, and that one dropped on him a little bit. Hershey netminder Hunter Shepard with his first action. Able to make the save, but the rebound guided away as the Bears corral it back in their own zone with Vincent Iorio throwing it ahead to center. Trey Fix-Wolansky on the cutoff. He had a goal in game number 3. 2 in these playoffs, both coming against Hershey. Blue liner Vincent Iorio escapes the pressure and breaks to center. The second-year Bear wedges it forward out of the reach of Stanislav Sivozil. And Hershey on the forecheck with Alex Limoges. Throws a good hit with a puck shot back to center. Whalen will bring it in down the left wing. A soft backhander on goal. Hunter Shepard steers it aside the Bears goaltender with his second save of the first 2 minutes. Josh Dodd on the wraparound behind the net, puts on the brakes, fends off blue liner Jake Massey. The alternate captain shoots and scores. Josh Dodd powers it through. He connects for Cleveland early. 2 minutes, 10 seconds in. Dodd has the fans on their feet with his 5th of the playoffs. 1-0 Cleveland.
It's a great power move by Dunn, just keeping the pressure on his back, and he's able to get that shot off. I'm not sure if it goes through 5-hole here or it goes under Shep's arm, but it looked almost like it was a little bit of a screen. Shep wasn't able to see that puck come all the way through, and one sneaks by him.
A look at our Reese's replay as Dunn using his frame to get away from Jake Massey and just slips it underneath the Hershey goaltender. So the first time in this series, it's Cleveland that strikes first. And coming into the playoffs, they were undefeated coming into this round. They were undefeated when they scored the game's first goal, a perfect 4-0. Bears have been able to beat them first in every of the first 3 games, but a different one here with their backs against the wall. The Monsters strike first. Alex Whalen with it along the left wing to Sivozil behind the net. Pearson, Whalen, and Dunn have been fantastic in these playoffs for Trent Vogelheber's Monsters.
Yeah, they really have. I'd say arguably they're the best line for Cleveland right now. Is that lineup?
Yeah, the fourth line for both these teams at times have really grabbed hold of the steering wheel for their clubs in key situations offensively. As the puck knocked back to center, Sweezy with it. So the Monsters grab the 1-0 cushion. Zaboral in his own zone sends forward for the home team, and it's Gaudette over the blue line along the left flank. He'll take it behind the net. Riley Sutter tracks him. Todd Nelson, the veteran Bears bench boss, who led the team to the Calder Cup last year, always likes to go back to his 4th line after a goal for or a goal against. Trenier at center for Hershey, swatted it the wrong direction. Roman Ashan will dump it behind the Bears net. Hershey back to the drawing board on their own zone. Monsters were running around a bit last game, looking to throw a lot of hits. Hershey matched that intensity. It's Lapierre over the blue line. Down the left wing, he'll push it off the base of the boards, and he gets leveled by Billy Sweezy. Sweezy and the Monsters set the tone physically. Massey from the point, no. The Bears with a puck looking to tie it. Prisky fires and a glove save Greaves. Rebound to the net. He's got that too as Lapierre chops it to the goal on the chance from Prisky initially. And Lapierre on the follow-up. Jet Greaves feeling it early, less than 4 minutes in, as the Bears up to 4 shots, but trailing by a goal.
Yeah, and I think like you talked about, obviously the physical affair there in Game 3. I expect to see a lot of that here coming into Game 4 as well. And the Bears can play that way as well. If Cleveland's going to push that, the Hershey's got the ability to play that way as well, as long as being able to put the puck in the back of the net.
Face off to the left of Greaves, and the draw is won by Cleveland. And out to center, Denton Matejchuk will pick it up. 3 in the black sweater. He can really skate. He brings it in. His professional debut, the 12th overall pick in 2022, the defenseman of the year in the WHL. Flanked away by Prisky. The foot race to center. Bjork back for it. Will shuffle it for the Monsters. Over the red line, looking to get the puck deep. Gone sends it to Matejchuk. Flying down the left side. Drops the puck to Mateau. Shot to the gold glove by Shepard. And he will hold on. So very first look at the 19-year-old Matejchuk, who is the captain in Moose Jaw from Dominion City, Manitoba. Population 319. He said in an interview they got a basketball court, a pool, a hockey rink, a post office, and that's about it.
Yeah, those little small Western Canadian cities, that's about what they have. And, you know, growing up in Western Canada, you know, you go into some of these small little towns, there's a post office, you know, a small little grocery store and a hockey rink in every single one of them.
75 points for Matejchuk in 52 games for Moose Jaw this year, plus 30 points in 20 playoff games to lead them for the WHL title. Monsters with a puck to the blue line. McCown towards the goal. Bjork puts it wide. Matthew Phillips in the lineup here today for Hershey. Quite the injection for a guy that spent 31 games in the NHL this year. Majority of them with Washington. At one point he was picked up on waivers too by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Phillips playing in his 5th game of the postseason, looking for his first point. Great move, Limoges over the blue line. Dashing in. Big save by Greaves. Rebound to Limoges. Another stop by Greaves, and Phillips knocked down in front. 2 fantastic saves by Jack Greaves as the Bears, after a fantastic move by Limoges, just can't strike. Iorio walks in. Cleveland gave a lot of room there. Alex Limoges, and then Juracek, he went around. Puck comes free to the near wing, out of the reach of Garrett Rowe, and Cleveland surviving that threat to their own end. Macchione trying to take it away. The Game 1 overtime hero for Hershey. Puck comes free, back over the blue line. Jake Massey rushing in down the left wing. Tries to throw it to the goal. That one deflected away. No collected to the point. Prisky once more. The Bears threatening here to tie this game after the early Josh Dunn goal. Cleveland on the takeaway. Juracek will try to flip it. Gave it away at the blue line to Miroshnichenko, but the Bears are changing. Ivan Miroshnichenko had a great goal. His 6th of the playoffs in Game 3 will head off. Putting some heat and pressure on David Juracek. They've seen a lot of strong play in the offensive zone. Still working on his game in the defensive zone. Ethan Frank was able to escape away from him for the first goal of the series. Dunn, the goal scorer, over the blue line. The alternate captain for Cleveland sends it behind the net. The undrafted free agent. Great hockey family. 3 sisters who have played on high levels in women's hockey, including Jinsey, who is an Olympian for Team USA. Shot from the line, knocked down in front of Shepard, deflected away, and it's Strome to pick it up to center. And Trineyev with it will shoot it in behind the net, where Greaves will stop it. 13:30 left first period. 1-0 Cleveland here in Game 4. McElroy steps up, throws a heavy hit. Fans grumble. And the puck back in over the Bears' blue line for an offside. We'll check an ice level with our own Todd Sadowski when we return, but it's Cleveland that has grabbed the 1-0 lead in Game 4. Their backs against the wall. They have the fans on their feet. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
I look nice, don't I?
I see you.
Yeah.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Let's go.
Oh, man, that's the best one yet.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one.
High school. Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Do you want to talk about what happened earlier?
Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age. Some others don't.
1-0 Monsters in front here in the first period of Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And for Bears fans back home in central Pennsylvania, they're tuned in this one at the official watch party at the Bears Den at Hershey Lodge. Hope you're enjoying your food and drinks, and hopefully the Bears will provide some excitement to come. But pretty good response from Hershey, Garrett, after giving up the goal. A couple 10-bellers from Jack Greaves.
Yeah, you know, he had to, you know, he really had to stand on his toes there. You know, a couple of big saves there for Greaves, you know, point blank. So, but you talked about, that's a great response for them. You know, they're able to get the puck back in the offensive zone and go to work.
LaPierre has broken his stick, trying to defend now as Cleveland brings into Sweezy. Shot blocked off the arm of forward Ethan Frank for Hershey, but Sweezy takes it behind the goal. LaPierre has his stick now along the near wing as the puck comes loose to McElrath behind the net. He'll play it free to Hamanaktel. Those two paired together with Ness Hurd. Hamanaktel struggling with it behind the net. Tapped away. Shepard gets it loose. Little rush to wear off for Hardy. Zaboral to the point. Sweezy with it. Shot to the goal. Knocked away to the far corner. And it's picked up Snively where he's crushed by Gons. McElrath lays the boom, and the Bears eventually do. Pile drive it back to the defensive end of Cleveland where Zaboral on the turn ahead. Wielanski leveled by Day, but he never had the puck, and that is an easy penalty call for the officials. Cody Beach and Grady Hamilton. Beach will make the call, and Logan Day, who had a couple penalties late in the game in game number 3, heads off. And now Cleveland has a chance on the power play to double their lead.
Yeah, that's just one. Logan Day thinks that Trey Wielanski there, picks that puck up, and he's trying to go through him, not realizing the puck went behind, Trey Wielanski there.
So Cleveland on the power play coming in 20.6%. They do have 3 power play goals in this series. Hershey's penalty kill has Matt Strome tonight, but no Henrik Grabinski, no Aaron Ness. Is certainly a sizable loss. Iorio and Massey at the start for Patrick Weller, the defensive coach. And off the face-off, the Bears were able to clear it down the ice. Strome is an astute penalty killer, one of the Bears' best. Now, this is not his first game of the playoffs. He's played 7 with 4 points. This was on the outside looking in with a return of Riley Sutter in this round. Gons over the blue line to David Juracek at the point. They're hoping he can help quarterback power play. He and Matejchuk out there together. Those two, they want him in Columbus in the future doing just that. Dunn behind the goal. Wheels it around the boards. Wielanski's there. Center point, Matejchuk beats a Juracek one-timer blocked by Vincent Iorio, who anticipated it all the way.
Yeah, it's a great read there by Vinny just to get in front of that lane of Juracek.
Matejchuk gets away from Strome. Saucer pass to Juracek. Knocks it down on the backhand. Power play for 45 seconds off of it. Monsters 1-0 leaders looking for more. Sutter with the knockdown. Strome will glove it to center. Lost his glove in the process. It all works out. He clears it down with only 1 minute on.
Yeah, great job by just sticking with it there for Stromer. Goes to bat it out, loses a glove, and is able to still clear that puck all the way down the ice.
McCown over the blue line for Cleveland. Hunter McCown in the corner. Puts on the brakes. Knocked away Hamanaktel. Comes up with it on the backhand. Muscles it to Garrett Rowe, who clears it all the way down the ice. Rowe is having a fantastic playoffs with 8 points in 7 games after jumping in place of Phillips in the Lehigh Valley series, getting some penalty kill time here now. Puck darted in to Kyle Pucha. At the point, the Monsters have it. 30 on the power play. Macho with a power play goal in these playoffs. Gets the puck to the goal line. McCown's pass to the blue line. No one is there, and back in his own zone, Bjork will look to churn it forward for Cleveland. Macho tries to rush it in. Massey knocked it down, but his clearing attempt pushed along the boards and behind the net. Someone looking to dislodge it. The Bears will take it. Riley Sutter wearing an A on his sweater with Aaron Ness out. Going to drive it to center. Hershey's killed it off. And Sutter wedged into the boards. Gives Pucha a shot. And we're back to full strength with 10:18 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Cleveland. No real threats on that power play. It's a great shot block by Iorio on the best chance they had.
Yeah, they're just sticking tight in the defensive zone there. That box is... it moves and pressure when you can, and that's the strength of Hershey's penalty kill.
Todd Nelson wanted his team to be either even or up by 1 at least out of the first period. They got work to do right now, trailing 1-0. Jimmy Huntington will pick the puck up, fanned on it. Wayland Stone, Alex Wayland over the blue line, right wing, and Iorio got back to help his teammate out after he gave that puck away. A lot of guys talking about the ice relatively soft. Not sure if there's an issue there. Huntington just had it roll away from him. Rough work along the boards. The Bears do come away with it. And Hershey, the defending champions, will break to center where Phillips tips it ahead to Alex Limoges. Stick knocked out of his hands, hit by Pearson. Puck comes free though to Huntington. Coming from behind, picking it up, Hamanaktel. He'll walk in along the right wing. Phillips tied up with the bench. Bears can't get a shot. Their 2 defensemen are in tight. With the forwards back to play defense. Stachenko goes flying, but he took the puck away. And with 9 minutes left of the first period, the Bears reset in their own zone. Crowd certainly behind their Monsters. Busy day. The Guardians played next door at Progressive Field earlier. Now it's the Monsters. Cleveland, a great sports town, cheering their club, hoping they live to fight another day. K to Hamanakto, fiddling with it out of his own zone to row at center. Miroshnichenko trying to get a wide on Savozil. Powers the net and shoots. A stick saved by Graves. Savozil's lost his stick and Rowe punched it wide. Here at row to McElrath at the point with a pass in his feet. And Hershey will have to turn back in their own zone.
That blue line's giving the Bears some fritz there over the first 2 games here in Cleveland. There's been a few errant passes, jumping passes coming up on that side of the blue line.
Yeah, Miroshnichenko looked to get around Savozil. Unfortunately, the Bears now will ice the puck. A pass intended to Ethan Frank goes wide. First check, let's send it down to Fox 43's Todd Sadowski. He's ice level.
Got some hockey history to talk about, guys. A chance to advance tonight for the Bears. 21-1 all-time in best-of-7 series, opened with 3 wins in a row. Last time it happened, the 16 Eastern Conference Finals against the Marlies. Bears won the series 4-1. Last 4-game sweep was 2010 East Division Finals against the Albany River Rats. Hershey hasn't swept the conference finals since 2007. And with Coachella Valley up 3-0, there hasn't been 2 conference sweeps since 1974.
Long time since then. Something we'll be keeping an eye on, and hopefully the Bears able to take care of business here tonight, trailing 1-0 with 8 minutes left of the first period as the puck is popped in behind Hershey's net. Prisky to pick it up. Frank could not handle the pass. The Monsters on the takeaway, but good defense by Prisky, who's having a standout playoffs. Frank to center. The Bears leading goal getter. His line is offside. With 7:41 left in the first, we will step aside. Thanks for being with us. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, "These cars are going fast," I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue, one of 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey in the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, Garrett, we talked about it in our Evergreen Brewing Company scratches. The Bears are without Pierre Dubé tonight. Look what happened to him in Game 3. A puck to the face. Have to imagine some dental work probably needed. And you've seen your fair share of these incidents in your lengthy playing career. All right, here's the before and after of a fight you had in 2013 against Nick Johnson of the Portland Pirates. That nose looks pretty broken. How do you deal with these things as a player? They're not fun, especially when it comes to the face. And Dubé out here tonight for Hershey.
Yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, it's part of what we do. We grew up doing it, and you know, it's the love of the game. And obviously, you know, Pierre's had to have some dental work done there, and you know, but at the end of the day, he would have loved to be out there if they would have cleared him. So hockey players just, you know, kind of move on, and we'll deal with it.
Limoges in front for Phillips, filling in for Dubé on this line as the Bears look to even the score. It's 1-0 Cleveland here in Game 4, Eastern Conference Finals. The Monsters looking to stay alive. Good entry over the blue line. Fuchsia to the net front. Great save, Shepard, and he will fall on top of the puck. McCown sent to the goal as Cleveland brings it in, east-west passing, and to the doorstep where Shepard is there.
Yeah, just a little bit of separation there through the neutral zone, and you know, that gives the ability to throw that cross ice pass to really create that opportunity in front of the net of Hunter Shepard.
Shepard with the save, the Bears' 28-year-old goaltender out of Minnesota. He was the AHL's goalie of the year, first-team All-Star, a 1.76 goals against average in the regular season. The best mark in Hershey's 86-year history. Hamanakto, nice reverse hit, fending off Justin Pearson. Vecchione scooting to center. The row on the right wing knocked away from him to the blue line. McElrath is tall at 6'4". Couldn't glove that down, but Hershey once again dumps it in. Vecchione tangled up, but on the chase, Savozil behind the net. Turns the puck over to Miroshnichenko. Whalen on the back check. He has been a monster, no pun intended, in this series and the playoffs. Hard to believe he spent time in the ECHL the last couple of years. Penalty call coming up on the battle along the boards between Iorio and Pearson, and it's on the Bears. Iorio falls down. Pearson with it behind the net. Justin Pearson for Cleveland to Matejchuk at the center point. 6-on-5. Denton Matejchuk will shoot. Shepard the save on the rookie in his pro debut, but a high sticking penalty on a befuddled Vincent Iorio.
Yeah, I think there was one of those, it's one of those plays that stick comes up. I don't know if it hit him as hard as maybe it looked. A little bit of a delayed reaction. Same thing with the delayed call there. But at the end of the day, the Bears go down, down a guy, and it'll be having 5-on-4 power play here.
Yeah, that was right in front of Todd down there. Now you're getting in the front row seat of Hunter Shepard, the Bears penalty kill, which was very good off the start, but unfortunate 2 straight penalties on the Bears, who have been pretty good in the discipline department.
Makes things a little bit tougher on Shep for sure, and we were wondering what kind of effort the Monsters would come out at home, and they have really brought it to the Bears. They want to extend the season, guys.
Face off to Cleveland, their second power play of the game. It's a bouquet mulligan to mail penalty kill for Hershey. Visit them online at bmgi.com. Iorio will sit. Juracek to collect along the board. Sutter on the intercept. Couldn't get it out. That puck was rolling out of the reach of Matejchuk to center ice. And Denton Matejchuk will take it back. He played for Canada in the World Juniors as well. Brings the puck into Gongs. Down the left wing. Threw it to the corner. Not a shot. Wanted to get it to Dunn. He does just that. Guy that opened the scoring for Cleveland pushes it behind the net. Habanaktil is able to scoop loose. The Bears to center. Bogdan Trineyev will juggle it forward. Got 3 short-handed goals in the regular season to lead the Bears, but having to defend now. Cleveland brings it back in. Matejchuk fakes the shot. Down low to Don. Shepard the save. The second attempt looked like it was kicked on net. Shepard got that too. Gons along the right circle. It's the puck to Matejchuk. Power play for another minute. Cleveland up 1-0, looking for more in the first. Matejchuk fixed Wolanski. Blasts it to no one in particular, and Habanaktil will clear it for Hershey.
Yeah, it's, great couple of first shifts there for Matejchuk jumping in. It's not easy jumping into, to play in the American Hockey League, let alone to play in a playoff game, like this. So great job by him to be able to jump in and really quarterback that power play.
Juracek to Bjork. Feeds the puck to Pucha. Center point there, the Monsters. Stanislav Savozil to Mikhail Pucha. A native of Finland to Savozil. His wrist shot knocked down, but spit back to Juracek. He was able to tiptoe away from Max Strome. Pucha to the goal line. Intercepted Sutter. Tired Bears out here. 15 on the power play. To the point. Bjork will keep it in. Far side. Juracek saves. Shepard can't control the rebound. Pucha to the net. And it's the side of the goal. The Bears look to clear it. And Massey will get it down the ice. A scramble in front late on that power play, but Hershey kills it off. And with 4:19 left in the first, it remains 1-0 Cleveland. We return to 5-on-5 hockey.
Yeah, it's what's this next shift going to look like for the Bears? And it's a huge shift here coming out. After 4 minutes left here, after a big kill for the Bears.
Dunn scored 2:10 in, no scoring since. The goal from Whalen and Pearson. Dunn's 5th of the playoffs, but Hershey 2 for 2 on the PK. Zaboral's wrist shot for the point. Friendly fire. That hit a shot in front. Monsters swarming though right now. Zaboral from the left point puts it off the backboards. Snively to race over and get it. He'll knock it behind the net to McElrath as Hershey looks to clear it along the boards. Snively the check to disrupt the puck, but it comes free to Tyler Angle. First game of the series for him. The whistle will go back behind the net, and the net of Shepard, I think, is ever so slightly dislodged. Yep, you see that post on his glove side off. Allows us to grab some water and take a breather. The players will too. We'll be back. 3:36 left of the first. 1-0 Cleveland. You're tuned in for the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
At crucial stages, business owners ask themselves, how am I going to do this? It's not about doubt. It's about opportunity when you have the right partner. At Sandy Spring Bank, we celebrate entrepreneurs, big and small, and we'll work alongside you. It's the best part of being a community bank. With our Flex Business Checking, loans, and lines of credit, we're the here's how for thousands of area businesses. What's your next financial destination? Sandy Spring Bank.
When we started this company, we had to look deep and find what is most important: our customers, our co-workers, and our community. We built a reputation based on a strong work ethic and friendly, highly trained technicians who take pride in their work, providing a level of service that you just don't see anymore. Since 1979, Crop Metcalf has been home of the 5-star technician. So right now, call or go online and see what real customer service means.
Is the one with 5 stars.
They're making noise here in Cleveland. 3:36 left in the first, and Todd, hopefully we'll have some Bears highlights to talk about coming up for those tuned in Central PA and Washington, D.C. But what's on tap for our intermission report around the corner?
Yeah, coming up in our first intermission report, Hershey clinched its last 5 playoff series on the road. I talked to the guys about why they've had so much success away from home. Plus, John Walton and I will have first period analysis. Viewers on Fox 33 will get caught up on the latest local news and weather headlines. And Zach and Garrett will have those first period highlights. Let's hope it's 1-0, maybe 1-1. We'll see if the Bears can respond before the end of this period. That's all in our first intermission report, sponsored by Pepsi.
That just around the corner. Thank you very much to Todd, who is ice level where it is very loud here in Cleveland, the state-of-the-art building. Fans making a ton of noise. A lot of Bears fans did make the trip. Good to see some members of the Booster Club on the concourse when we made the rounds prior to this one. Cleveland fans bringing it tonight. Joe Snively to center, knocks the puck to LaPierre, who tries to sidestep the monster Juracek. The puck bounces to Greaves. The Cleveland goaltender will knock it away. 8 saves for the first period so far for Greaves. Shots are 10-8 in favor of the Monsters. Puck rolls back to defenseman Dylan McElrath. Bears captain ahead to Frank at center, where Snively has it. Snively got hit hard in the boards by Sillinger. Cleveland wears black and blue on their jerseys. They play that style and finish their hits. Off here on the dump. Greaves to play it from the trapezoid behind the net. Jack Greaves gets the start after being pulled in game number 3. He surrendered 5 goals on 25 shots. Bouncing puck, tough to contend for Iorio, but makes the play and is able to take out Pearson as the puck free along the far side boards for the Bears blue line. Leave it to the helping hands of Logan Day. And the Hershey rear guard parks it back in his own zone with Huntington, Phillips, and Limoges on the ice for the visitors. Iorio from the red line will dump it in. Bears are onside and begin the chase. York to the far side. Phillips knocked down, and he will draw a penalty. York taking down Phillips. They'll call him for holding. And good work by Matthew Phillips drawing the penalty. Hershey going to get the chance on the power play where they scored 3 times in game number 3.
Yeah, when you're able to inject it, we talked about the depth, but you're able to inject a guy like Matthew Phillips. He's had so much success throughout his early career here in the American Hockey League, and you jump him right back into the the second line with those 2 guys, and he's been great so far here tonight.
Bears power play in this series is 6 for 18, 33%. That was after in the regular season Hershey was outstanding, going 53% against Cleveland in the 4 games. So they have been dynamite on the power play against the Monsters. 50-50 puck battle off the draw, knocked to the corner behind the net, and a chance for Zaboral to clear it. He'll march out of his own zone and fire it right to Snively. Couldn't get it all the way down the ice. And the Bears bring it in once again. Now they have it set up. Snively had a power play goal in game 3. It was his first tally of the playoffs on the one-timer from the right circle. LaPierre's there now. They go to Frank. Full line feed, Mike Vecchiotti with Limoges in front. Snively to Frank. He'll shoot and score! Ethan Frank does it again! A power play goal up and over the glove. Goals in 7 straight. He's tied the game at 1.
Zach, his ability to beat goalies from distance is just unbelievable. Obviously, we talk about his speed, but his shot, to score from that distance, on a very good goaltender, time in and time out, he's been unbelievable this playoff run.
9th goal of the playoffs to lead Hershey. And 7 goals is the second best in franchise history in the 86 years this club has played in the playoffs. 8, the most ever a player has scored in a row. Frank's one off from doing that. He's tied the game at 1 on the power play. Angle in. Shepard knocks it away with the blocker. They're tied at 1. A power play goal for Frank, who led Hershey in the regular season in power play goals. He's got another in his register after collecting one in game 3 too.
That's a big goal, right before the break here. It's a huge goal for the momentum swing going into the dressing room here for the Bears.
Told the Bears den, and Hershey Lodge is up and roaring back home. Todd Nelson said, look, they're going to bring their absolute best. This is the hardest game to win when you're trying to close out a team, and send them packing. He wanted it to be a tie game or up by one after the first. Right now we're even. 1-1 our score here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Matejchuk to center. Trent Vogelhuber, the Monsters coach, very up and comer in the coaching ranks, was asked about Matejchuk and said, look, he's not put it in this game if we don't think he's one of the 6 best we have on our roster. He hasn't looked down a place in the first 19 minutes.
No, he's looked very good, Zach. Very comfortable. Obviously, we haven't seen a whole huge sample size, but him running the power play looks very comfortable out there.
Mirostichenko off the row shot that knocked down by Greaves' stick. It comes to center. The Monsters with 3 up ice. Gons over the blue line. He went to the finals in his rookie season in 2015 with Utica. Lost control of it, row to center. 30 in the period. Vecchione flips it in away from Matejchuk, who will go back for it behind his own net. A lot of pressure with the Bears changing. Makes a good outlet pass to Sillinger. Gets away from Sutter. Sillinger left side to Gons. Trying to send it back. Dave will break it up for Hershey. 15 seconds in the period. Sillinger the point, but Sweezy missed it. And back to center it goes as Cleveland had something brewing there. But instead they turn back to their own end. Final 5 seconds will take off the clock here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And the first period of play comes to a close in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. But not first without a little pushing and shoving.
Yeah, we talked about the physicality of this series so far, through three games in a period here. It's not going to stop there. It's going to be all night long, and those two guys are letting each other know it's going to continue to keep coming here.
1-1 our score. The shots on goal finish up 11-10 in favor of the Cleveland Monsters. Dunn scoring at 2:10. His 5th of the playoffs. Frank's 9th at 18:07 from Snively and Vecchione on the power play. We'll hear from a member of the Bears in just a moment down ice level with Todd Sadowski. But a reminder to head on over to Homza Chiropractic Wellness and Rehab Center. Doctors John and Jose Homza will get your power on. Check them out at 5721 Linglestown Road. Go where the Bears go. Go where the professionals go. Homza Chiropractic Wellness and Rehab Center, celebrating 31 years in their Harrisburg office. Visit them online at homzachiropractic.com. Cleveland, the site tonight. And the Hershey Bears 1-1 after one. The Bears lead the best of 7 series 3-0, so they'll go into the locker room feeling pretty good about the result in the Ethan Frank goal. And we'll hear from a member of the Bears in just a moment, Garrett. But Ethan Frank just continues to impress. He's a guy that is going to certainly force the hand of the Washington Capitals, give him a real good look in training camp.
Yeah, 100%. He's been a guy. He's got the ability to score. We've seen that. He's got the ability to skate. He's been really, really good this playoff run.
You look at the Frank goal, and down ice level, our own Todd Sadowski is standing by. Let's send it to him. He's with alternate captain tonight, Riley Sutter.
All right, Riley, let's talk about Frankie scoring him. He's red hot there. It gets a little momentum boost there going into the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's red hot. We rely a lot on our special teams, and they've been pulling through, especially Frankie, and hopefully he can keep going.
I want to talk about the other side. Couple of penalty kills, big deal. You guys knew the Monsters would come at you hard. They're facing elimination. Could have been worse if you guys don't kill those penalties. Talk about the PK.
Absolutely, like I just said, the special teams are huge in this series, and it's going to be the same throughout playoffs. And if our special teams are good, we have a good chance of winning games.
You guys' depth is being tested. Matt Phillips draws a penalty. You've played a lot of hockey with Stromer. No big deal, right? You guys just jump right back into the lineup for you?
Yeah, it's great. Playing someone you're familiar with. We have chemistry together. It's just nice to have him back in.
All right, man. Thanks, Riley. Appreciate your time. All right, guys, if you're the Monsters, you got to be saying to yourselves, stay out of the penalty box and keep Ethan Frank off the ice in those special team situations. Big boost. Head to intermission.
7 power play goals in the series for Hershey. We're tied at 1. Thank you very much, Todd. Our intermission report presented by Pepsi to come. So stay with us. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Let's ride together.
So I can bring any car to Oarsman, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and they'll buy it?
That's what they just said on TV.
Doesn't matter what year, make, or model.
No.
And I can get Kelley Blue Book for it?
More, 125%.
And if I buy a new car, I'll get their buyer's edge with $1,500 in bonus extras?
Yes.
I find that very hard to believe.
And don't forget at Oarsman, we'll buy any car. Oarsman, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. Let's ride together.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission valve body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
Best of 7, 3 games to nothing. And no offense to the good people of Cleveland, but Hershey wants to make this stay as short as possible. Cleveland in June. Very nice. Check out the big chandelier hanging in the Playhouse Square part of the city. The hockey arena is neighbors with the Guardians ballpark. Stand for the land. All well and good, but that's not why we're here.
One-timer Snively, he scores! Joe Snively!
The Bears handled the Monsters on their home ice, 6-2 in Game 3. They feel like they've been in Ohio long enough.
It's always fun playing away, and especially when they're loud and you go up and they kind of go silent when you go up too or something. It's fun to play the villain. So we're taking it one game at a time, and we're looking to finish it in Game 4.
The Bears understand how to finish a playoff series away from home. At Hartford, at Rochester, and at Coachella Valley to finish last year's Calder Cup run. At Lehigh Valley, at Hartford again, and possibly in Cleveland for their 6th consecutive series clincher on the road.
We'll see a very determined hockey team. This team doesn't quit. They're a hard-working team. I expect a physical game again. This playoff hockey, it's do or die for them, and we want to close out the series.
Still lots of work left to get the job completed. We'll be back with more Hershey Bears playoff hockey after this.
At Holzman Laser Vision, we provide the finest laser vision correction using the very latest technology to ensure the best outcomes. Our patient-focused protocols used by Dr. Holzman and his medical team help make your life-changing experience more comfortable, easier, and safer. If you have been considering laser vision correction, you should know Holzman Laser Vision is simply better. Arrange a free comprehensive consultation today. Holzman Laser Vision, because your eyes deserve the best. Tyson's Corner, Chevy Chase.
King Spa is not just an ordinary spa. We were the first Korean spa to exist in the United States. We are trying to combine modern features with authentic Korean cultures. We are very proud of what we have built here so far. We are very grateful for the presence of M&T. I just thought that traditionally banking service is just a banking service, but it's more like friendship, to be honest.
I definitely see M&T growing with us. I just think they're the best partner we could have.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is vaping? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Spring into action with Monumental Sports Network.
What a strong
Watch live coverage of the Washington Mystics, Washington Spirit, and Old Glory DC. Catch every scrum, score, and buzzer beater of DC's best basketball, soccer, and rugby from anywhere. Never miss a moment on Monumental Sports Network.
We're back at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. It's first intermission report, and we got ourselves a tied game. Voice of the Capitals, John Walton, joining me now, and we weren't so sure we'd have a tie game. Matthew Phillips draws a penalty, and then Ethan Frank does what Ethan Frank has done so well lately.
Really rescued, I thought, Todd, in the first period, what was a little bit of a slow performance from Hershey. They got themselves into penalty trouble. It bit them a little bit. The goal from Josh Dunn, you're down with another big crowd here in Cleveland. But Ethan Frank now with goals in 7 straight playoff games. Unheard of what he is doing. Playing to try and make the Washington roster next year, I think, with what we've seen in this playoff run. But here in Cleveland tonight, very much getting him back in it here.
Well, look, I'm a big believer in human nature spills its way into sports, right? It's just the way it is. They're up 3-0. You got a huge building. You know Cleveland's going to come out and play desperate. That's what they did, and yet they've survived and got to the first intermission 1-1. What happens from here is going to be really interesting. Do the Bears start to get that 5-on-5 game going and start to regain control of this matchup?
Yeah, I think the message in the room from Todd Nelson is, okay, let's put that one behind us and do what makes us successful. This Cleveland team is very good. You think back to the games at Giant Center, both of those games could have gone either way. The addition tonight, Denton Machachuk is making his NHL, or his debut here as a pro, and really impressed with what I saw with him in the first period. He is going to be in Columbus next year playing for the Blue Jackets. He's mobile, he's slippery back there, he's running their power play, and you're going to see a lot more of him. You've got to be able to contain him. There's a lot you got to worry about with this Cleveland team yet. You got to have your A game if you're Hershey.
Yeah, keep an eye on, because it's a quick stay in the AHL and then right up to the NHL. So any individual you're looking at, a big impact here quickly heading into the second period that viewers can look for?
Yeah, one of the things I like about Miroshnichenko, had a really nice drive to the net. He's able to use his speed, physicality to get to the front of the net. Saw a little bit of that in the first period. More of that, please. And again, the top line. The big guys have got to be your big guys in games like this. That's what's got to carry Hershey to the final tonight.
Easy to say stay out of the box, but when Miro's mixing it up, something happens. All right.
Your windows can go from warped to wow. From energy wasters to money savers. Now you can have new windows and doors in just one day. We offer double hung windows, casement, bay, bow windows, and more.
It's amazing how affordable it is.
When you buy one window, you get one for 40% off, including installation. Schedule your free in-home visit or virtual visit today.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
Wow, you guys did great with this place.
Yeah. And it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Let's ride together.
So I can bring any car to Oarsman Alexandria Kia, and they'll buy it?
That's what they just said on TV.
Doesn't matter what year, make, or model.
No.
And I can get Kelly Blue Book for it?
More, 125%.
And if I buy a new car, I'll get their buyer's edge with $1,500 in bonus extras?
Yes.
I find that very hard to believe.
And don't forget, at Oarsman, we'll buy your car. Oarsman Alexandria Kia. Let's ride together.
The savings continue during Marlowe Furniture's Memorial Day Savings Event, now extended. Save big with 25% off all furniture plus free delivery, or enjoy 5 years no interest financing. Shop unbeatable Memorial Day deals. Sofas $6.99, dining sets $7.99, and queen beds priced at an amazing $7.99. Save 25% plus free delivery or 5 years no interest financing. Only at Marlowe Furniture, your trusted destination with the area's largest showrooms under one roof since 1955.
Wizards District Gaming is playing live at District E, and you won't want to miss it. Come see the 2K action in person as Wizards District Gaming protects the district against the best teams in the NBA 2K League. The trash talk will be loud, and the 2K will be as intense as ever. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to District E where you can be a part of the action. Scan the QR code to get your tickets.
So don't miss a minute and watch the Hershey Bears.
Our Pepsi Intermission Report, the Eastern Conference Finals, live from Cleveland, where it's another great crowd. One period in the books, we are tied at 1. We'll look at the highlights in just a moment. With Garrett Mitchell, I'm Zach Fish, and pretty good first period for the Cleveland Monsters. Their backs are against the wall. We expected that from them, but they can't stop Hershey's power play right now, and Ethan Frank, goals in 7 consecutive games. He continues to be on fire for the Bears here today. But if you're Hershey, the second period has been your best period all playoffs long. Something to build off of that late power play goal.
Yeah, it's huge. That power play goal by Ethan Frank is a huge momentum boost going into the, coming into the second period, going into the dressing room. So, look to build off that, like you said. They had their push. I thought the Bears, kind of sat back just a little bit, and obviously with the power play goal, the momentum going into the second period is huge.
7th power play goal of the series, and let's take a look at the highlights from period number 1 as the Monsters will get the scoring started. The first time this series, they scored the game's first goal. Josh Dunn just able to sneak one past Hunter Shepard. He's been really good in this series.
Yeah, he has been good. I think personally, he's been one of their best players here, through this stretch. And he's able to get it far side there, Hunter Shepard underneath of his leg.
Shepard beaten there, but he would come up with some big saves later in this frame as Shepard falling on top of that opportunity. Looking solid as always. And then on the power play, Ethan Frank late in the period. Matthew Phillips was held. And a man advantage, and Frank with goals in 7 consecutive games. 9th of the playoffs to lead the team. Right now, he is just all over it. And you see this wrist shot. A lot of good goalies in the American Hockey League, a lot of good goalies in the NHL. Not a lot are stopping him, and credit Alex Limoges with a good screen, too.
Yeah, for sure. And if Limoges is not in front of the net, he ends up seeing that Greaves does. So, Ethan Frank's able to overpower, Greaves in front of the net there. And like I said, he can score from distance. He can score from inside. So it's a lot of fun to watch.
There was the stats for period number 1. We are even heading into period number 2. If you're the Bears, what adjustments do you want to see them make in the second period to take this game over like they did in game 3?
I think just not sitting back. Let's go dictate the pace here. Make your push early, make them come match it, and I guarantee you that's what Todd Nelson, his group's talking about right now. Go set the tone. Let's play with our game.
Looking to get 5-on-5 going a little bit more. It was Cleveland, the better of the teams in the first period in that aspect. Well, we'll take a breather and be back. This has been our Pepsi Intermission Report. It's 1-1. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern.
Jiffy Lube introduced the quick oil change. At Jiffy Lube Multi-Care, we also do brakes, tires, tune-ups, batteries, and more. No appointment needed. Vehicle maintenance, that's a job for Jiffy. Get your next oil change at Jiffy Lube. No appointment needed. And all these courtesy services will be included. We even vacuum and clean exterior windows. Need an oil change? That's a job for Jiffy.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Food can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Get ready for another thrilling showdown. The Washington Mystics face off against the New York Liberty on June 9th at 3 p.m.
Secure Austin bringing the smoke to D.C.
Live on Monumental Sports Network. It's a can't-miss matchup in the Big Apple, and the Mystics are ready to bring the heat.
Wow! How about that?
Tune in June 9th at 3 p.m. and show your support for the DMV's finest.
The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank.
June 6, 2009, Giant Center in Hershey was rocking as Graham Minks scored a power play goal in the first period against the Manitoba Moose. In Game 3 of the Calder Cup Finals, Minks' goal would be the winner. Bears took the game 3-0 and a 2-1 lead in the series. Hershey went on to win the Calder Cup in 6 games for the 10th Calder Cup title in franchise history. Now up to a dozen, and looking at another this year, Game 4, Eastern Conference Finals. Puck is down, we're underway with the second period as the two teams switch sides, 1-1 after 20 minutes. Having hit behind the net by Riley Shutters, the puck comes free beneath the goal line. Gaudette to take it along the boards to the blue line, kept in by Strome behind the net. Frank with the goal for Hershey in the fourth line right now, throwing their weight around, keeping the puck in is Dylan McElrath for the Bears. And shot in over the blue line by Cleveland as Shepard makes his first save of the period. We are also on the Bears Radio Network tonight, as well as the Capitals Radio Network. For those tuned in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Frank with goals in 7 consecutive games. In 1981 playoffs, Harvey Posba had the most with 8 straight. And 10 times he scored a goal in over 8 games. He's a family friend of Riley Sutter. Got to celebrate Riley Sutter's Cup Day with him this past year. Frank in elite company, having himself a fantastic playoffs. 9 goals now for Ethan. Joe Snively to center, gets the puck to Frank, looking for more. Wide on Matejchuk, spins it to the net. But no one there as Frank shaking his right hand. Matejchuk, first time seeing the blazing speed of Frank, stayed with him for the most part. Frank had to wheel it to the net front. Puck loose back to the blue line of Hershey. They'll punch it in their own zone. And Iorio has it D to Logan Day. On the tape of Frank, over center, down the right wing. Ethan Frank out of Nebraska, gets the puck to LaPierre to the blue line. Massey taps it back to LaPierre, jumped his stick, he'll shoot it to the net, bouncing around. Rolls free beneath the goal line where Snively to chase Prisky. Those two played prep school hockey together growing up and remain good friends. Played collegiately against each other and finally get to play together for the first time in a long time this year as pros. Massey will pick it up in his own zone. 18:25 to go, period 2, as the puck blows up on Huntington, and to center it goes for Cleveland. Monsters backs against the wall. Bears lead the series 3 games to nothing. Brought in by Sillinger on the right wing. Throws it to the net, hits a body and careens wide of the goal, where Cleveland has it around the bend of the boards beneath the net. Kucha has it on the near side to the point. Fitz Brolansky guns to the goal off the backboards. His shot deflected wide, but Sweezy on the keep in. Blocked by the skate of the Moles. Comes to Fitz Brolansky, is backhander stopped by Shepard. The puck is loose in the slot. Phillips comes up with it, and the Bears an odd man rush if they hurry to center, but tired players. So Prisky will just wisely chip it in.
Yeah, and this is where the Bears could take over here. You got that short, long change, but short in the offensive zone. So I'd like to have them a little bit of sustained ozone pressure here. Really try to roll that line over where you can get a couple shift changes there in the offensive zone.
Very high, Jimmy Huntington with the puck for Hershey. And then for Vecchione off his foot. He couldn't tap it past a sliding grease. There was some room on the far side. Good setup, but just not on the tape of Vecchione, so it remains 1-1. Cleveland's McCown will tip it up and out of play. Into the bench for a whistle and a face-off as the teams trading chances in the first 2 minutes and nearly 50 seconds of this second. We mentioned how good the Bears, Garrett, have been in the second, outscoring opponents in the playoffs 18-7.
We've seen the firepower, we talked about that, but we see the response there in Game 3, being able to score 3 goals there to really close the period out and ultimately close that game out. So, the ability there is there. It's just a matter of playing within that system like Todd Nelson's talked about, throughout this playoffs and throughout the regular season.
1-1 on the Penn State House scoreboard. It's Hamanaktel to center, looking for Mirosnichenko. Juracek intercepted it. Mirosnichenko will get it back. Over the blue line, Vecchione could not toe the line, according to the linesman, and offside is called. Bears 9-1 in the playoffs. They've won 7 consecutive games. Cleveland 6-4 in the postseason, looking to dig out of a 3-0 hole. Only Coachella Valley with 9 consecutive wins has won more games in a row than Hershey in these playoffs. They can close out their series, just about to get underway in Milwaukee tonight for Game 4. And a rematch of the Western Conference Finals of last year. Dunn gets away from Vecchione, brings it in, shoots, Shepard to save, big rebound. He slid over and got that too. Alex Whalen denied on the second chance, and Shepard has lost his stick. Monster center, and Dunn couldn't push it through, and Shepard was down and got a piece. Hunter Shepard building a wall right now, but still without his stick is Cleveland. Sustained zone time with Juracek. Shepard the save, and no rebound. He grabs it with his blocker and glove off the chest protector. And defining moments in the early portion of the second period as Hunter Shepard with a series of saves to keep this game tied at 1.
Yeah, once again there, Fish, you got that fourth line of Cleveland really putting pressure on the Bears right now. We talked about that, that's arguably been their best line, throughout this series. But, you see that big Juracek shot, and Hunter Shepard without a stick, he's still able to squeeze that puck and not allow, a second opportunity in front of the net with a couple different Cleveland Monster players there.
Juracek, who tied the game with goals late in games 1 and 2. Trent Vogelhuber said about Juracek, he's a guy that rises to the occasion, big moments, but still trying to learn that risk-reward of jumping into the play and playing solid defense. Something he's seen improvement on this year, but will need to continue to grow on. Full-time NHLer next year. Told Don Waddell is in attendance here today, the new Columbus head honcho as he takes over, including GM duties. Quite the ad for the Blue Jackets organization. Bernier at center will swat it in behind the net of Greaves. 15:45 to go, second period. Jack Greaves gets the start and goal once again after being pulled in game number 3. Malcolm Subban is his backup. He took over and was 4 for 4 in the third period on Tuesday night. Hamanaktel hit. He's back in the lineup for Hershey. And he breaks out to center. LaPierre a 3-on-2 from center. Henrich LaPierre, right wing to Frank. 1 goal already. His shot knuckled wide. Deflected to the point. McElrath. Hamanaktel from the left point to the line. The shot knocked down. Didn't make it through. Rims around the boards where Hardy Hamanaktel has it again. First year in North America. 6 games with the Caps earlier this season. LaPierre centers but broken up. And Tyler Angle in his series debut will angle one in behind the Bears' net. 5 gone off the clock in the second period. Tense moments for the fans in Cleveland at times. Their team right there with Hershey trying to live to fight another day. Errant pass to Macho and all the way down. Icing is called with 14:49 to go in the second period.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a fortunate bounce there for the Bears that, Cleveland ends up icing that puck. That line, top line for the Bears has been out there for, a little bit of extended zone time. Henrich LaPierre is unable to control that puck through the neutral zone, and, fortunately that gets all the way down and they're able to change the offensive zone.
Face off to the right of Greaves, and we'll try it again. The draw coming up on the opposite side, where Hershey will look to find a way offensively with this group. Injected is Matthew Phillips here today, in place of Pierre Toubé. If you're just joining us, as one of the Evergreen Brewing scratches here tonight. Evergreen Brewing in Camp Hill. Puck in the feet of Iorio, had some trouble with it. He's able to get it to safety, to center to Phillips. Hit into the boards, knocked away from him. Sillinger has the puck back in his own zone. Owen Sillinger out of Regina, Saskatchewan. Gets the puck deep behind the net. Dave hit by Sillinger, bounced right off it. Now he motors up ice. Puck just out of his reach. Has to go back on defense, but Huntington, the takeaway, scoots in for Hershey. Jimmy Huntington in Cleveland territory. Coughed up the puck. Sillinger and the Monsters to center as it's collected by Marcus Bjork. They'll chip it behind the Bears' net. Sillinger can't get it. McCown will. Hunter McCown to the net. Brings it in. Fires it wide of Shepard. It's just over 14 minutes left in the second. Wrist shot. McCown again. Knocked down in front of Shepard. And it comes free in the blue line. He's got it a third time. Cleveland on the attack here. Comes to Matejchuk. His shot blocked by Iorio. They're sorted out. Huntington to Limoges. Be wise to chip and chase. He'll chase after it himself and push it behind the goal as the Bears once again survive an attack from Cleveland.
Yeah, great little elusive move there by Alex Limoges, or out trade Fix-Wolanski in the middle of the ice there to get that chip into the offensive zone.
Cowan shot knocked down. Shepard steers aside to the corner. Garrett Rowe on the ice for Hershey, looking to break it free to center. He extended his point streak with a helper in the last outing. Bounces in front of Shepard, tipped wide by Fix-Wolanski. And that deflected up and out of play. 13:09 to go in the second. When we return, we'll check an ice level with our own Todd Sadowski. It's a good one tonight, Game 4. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
Every time I needed a new phone, I had to switch carriers.
I told him, at Verizon, everyone can get the best deals. Like that iPhone 15 on them.
Switching all the time, it wasn't easy.
35. You're gonna be here forever.
I know.
Here's your wireless contract.
Do I need a lawyer for this? Those were hard days.
Representative, switch.
Now that I got a huge storage and battery upgrade, I'm officially done switching.
New and existing customers get iPhone 15 on us when they trade in any iPhone, any condition, guaranteed.
I really wish you told me sooner.
I did.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank. Dream big. Bank smart. Welcome to our fans tuned in to the Monumental Sports Network in D.C. They've been with us all throughout the run. In the second consecutive game, we're pleased to bring you on the NHL Network. Our thanks to the NHL Network and the American Hockey League for coordinating this, picking up our Fox 43 feed. Appreciate the work done by our producer, and Albert. We'll check in with Todd in just a moment. I'm Zach Fish alongside former Bear Garrett Mitchell. Tied at 1 here in Game 4. Cleveland's Josh Dunn started the scoring. Hershey's responded from Ethan front. Both goals in the first. Mirosnichenko can't get it. Hamid Aktel will, but he fanned on the shot. Bears keep it in. Vecchione bounces around and does eventually come to center. That's unfortunate because Hamid Aktel had some room on a pass intended for Mirosnichenko that went to the point instead.
Yeah, sometimes those are tough. You almost have too much time, and you're picking your spot a little bit too much, a little too cute with it. It ends up rolling on Hardy there a little bit and loses the puck.
Iorio out of his own zone will chip it down to the defensive end where Sweezy has it. Started his career in Wilkes-Barre Scranton, but a mainstay in Cleveland since, including getting some games with Columbus in the NHL. Monsters bring in and score! It bounces back to Roman Ashawn. He's able to chip it past Hunter Shepard. And Cleveland takes a 2-1 lead as Ashawn has his second of the playoffs.
Yeah, just a great job by Ashawn there, sticking with that puck. It goes off of a Hershey Bears skate there in front of the slot and right back to Ashawn, and he's kind of Johnny on the spot to let that thing go.
So the Monsters able to score on an entry play, and not what they intended here as the fans on their feet. The pass knocked down, and then Ashawn able to stick handle it around Day, and in one swift motion puts that puck to the net off the skate of Logan and right back to Ashawn, who sneaks it over the left pad and underneath the glove of Hunter Shepard. Just that slight deviation causes him to miss it. 2-1, Ashawn scoring for Cleveland. Big time for him to get back on the board as Triniev knocked down and offside is called. Well, Todd, the task gets a little tougher for the Bears now, as you knew Cleveland would be hanging around in this one, and they are fighting hard.
You knew they'd be fighting hard, and the last time this happened, Ethan Frank got the equalizer, and we looked up some numbers for him, and you got to add 1 to the total because he's already got 1 tonight, but 9 postseason goals. We've talked about the scoring streaks at 7. Now, guys, we talk about his physical differences, but the mental differences a lot too. After the last game, we talked to Ethan. From where he was last year to this year is a big difference mentally with his shot, with his confidence, and that means a big deal, Garrett, when you have a player that's hot and they're ready to go upstairs too.
No doubt the Bears enjoying Ethan Frank's play, the fruits of his labor paying off, but they're going to need some more offense from other sources, trailing 2-1 on the goal from Sean at 7:46. Put Cleveland up front. Massey tied up in front of the goal. The Monsters get it center. Massey and Angle going out in the corner. No penalty call on that. Weak play on is gone. Centers! He just missed Bateau. And the Bears breathe a sigh of relief and ice the puck in the process as Cleveland feeling it right now in front of this massive crowd looking to add to their lead.
Yeah, they were there. Huge hit there. I don't know if it was Mateau or if it was Gauntz there. It might have been Gauntz. A big hit on Prisky that kind of came up the wall, and Chase didn't see him coming, and he, like you said, he lost his helmet, goes to the bench, and thankfully that puck coming across ice there in the slot didn't end up on a Cleveland stick.
Face off to Hershey. McElrath behind his own net will hoist to center. Mishmash line out there with Strome still on the ice. He'll change. The top line over the boards now for Hershey. Frank on the steal. That's Snively ahead. Gets it to him, but off his tape. And behind the net, so no breakaway. Savozo throws Snively hard in the boards. While the puck disrupted comes free, and a hand pass is called here on the Bears. Referee back at center detects it. So a neutral zone face-off with 10:52 to go here in period 2. A Sean second from Zuboril and Gaudette has Cleveland in front. So the Bears have to find a way to be better, Garrett. 5-on-5. Their power play has 7 goals in this series. It's 1-for-1 tonight, but limited to just 11 shots on goal in this game right now. And for Hershey, overall, just the 1 shot here in this second period of play.
Yeah, and, Todd Nelson at the start of this, series really talked about 5-on-5 play and playing as a group. Playing as a 5-man group, moving up the ice well. And a lot of that starts in your defensive zone, being able to break that puck out clean, and really coming in with pressure. You got that second and third opportunity with late defensemen jumping up in the play.
Puck shot in behind the Hershey net. Hamid Octel to take it, and the Bears break to center with LaPierre. Frank to his right, he gets it to him, but chipped away. Zaboral had it, lost it. Frank stick handles the goal across to Snively in his feet. Frank, a magician there, getting that puck away from the defenseman. Snively at the point, walking in, chips it to LaPierre, back to McElrath, in front to Frank, falling down, couldn't get the shot. Maybe one too many passes, but the Bears still with it, threatening to tie it again. Captain Dylan McElrath for the blue line. Hamid Octel, easily seen by Greaves, and a quality save by him. Hardy Hamid Octel pushed that to the net, but the seas parted, and Greaves with no rebound.
Yeah, like you said, the seas parted there. Joe Snively kind of kicks himself. You can see his reaction after Hardy lets that puck go. He ends up taking the route behind the net instead of going in front of the net, maybe not expecting that shot to come right away. So like you said, Greaves was able to see that puck all the way through, from that shot by Hardy Hamid Octel.
But something to build off of if you're Todd Nelson and the Hershey Bears. Your real first look at sustained zone pressure of this period as the draw is done unfairly. We'll try it again. Greaves has been sharp in this one so far. The only one from Frank that overpowered it with the screen on the power play. Greaves looking for that bounce back performance tonight. Off the face-off, Limoges able to knock it free. The Bears do control. Jimmy Huntington sticked aside by Greaves on the low shot to the net from the Hershey forward. Limoges and Huntington along the boards looking to unwedge that puck. Alex Limoges had a career high in goals this season, knocked away from him. Back to center, and Iorio will rush it in his own zone away from the pressure of Angle. And pulls back and feeds Logan Day. Limoges on the tip, no icing. Plays it behind the goal. Greaves thought it was going to settle down for the whistle. Instead, now Cleveland able to take to center, leading 2-1. Halfway through this one, 9:35 left, second period of Game 4. Huntington hits it from Phillips, lost control, throws it to the middle. Iorio off the left boards. Some room to maneuver, threw it in front, but in the feet of Bjork, and he will clear it to Shepard. The Bears goalie has to play it, so there's no icing, and both teams are changing.
Yeah, great little passing play in the middle of the ice. Just unfortunate that Iorio is not able to get it all the way through to the back door there.
Pass to Vacchione is off the mark, and icing is called on the Bears with 9:14 to go in the second period. And Todd starting to see a little bit more pressure in your end of things as Jack Greaves looking to take the eyes away from him.
That was some good zone pressure from line number 2. Jimmy Huntington really working hard in the corners. I think it's smart, even though you might have a clear shot on net, throw it to the middle, see what happens. See if the loose puck's there for somebody to clean up.
Bears looking to be opportunistic. Puck up and out of play. That was tipped, so no penalty. Referee right there to immediately say so. With 9:10 left in the second. An immediate timeout here in Cleveland. Roman Ashon at 7:46 of the second has the Monsters in front. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Every business is special to its owners, clients, and community. But your business is specialized, so at Sandy Spring Bank, you have a banker and team devoted to you. We know the ins and outs of the many industries here in the DMV. We'll customize your solutions, whether it's financing and acquisition, commercial mortgage, or equipment. Because ultimately, business banking is personal. What's your next financial destination? Sandy Spring Bank.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. Or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
Bouquet Mulligan de Mayo is having their annual Oakley VIP Day on Thursday, June 13th from 12 to 6 at their beautiful Cleona location. See the best selection of new Oakley eyewear and sunglasses at the best prices. Bring us your prescription, get the best deal on prescription eyewear and sunglasses. Tell them Zach sent you and get a cool Oakley gift. Bouquet Mulligan de Mayo Eye Professionals in Cleona Thursday, June 13th, 12 to 6. Look them up at bmdi.com. Off the draw, the Monsters to the net, blocked away by Mike Vecchione and the Bears. The visitors to center will clear it, trailing Game 4. Eastern Conference Finals 2-1. Cleveland in front. They scored first. The Bears responded. The Monsters have the latest marker here in the second period on a tally from Roman Ashon. Zach Fish and Garrett Mitchell with you. Back in the Bears Radio Network studio, Tracy and Eli. We appreciate them with Fox 43 producer Ed Albert alongside us. Todd Sadowski, ice side 2. Monsters look to break out of their own zone. Product of Bemidji State, Owen Sillinger to center. Whalen will chip it in. They call him the Whale, and in fact some of the staff wearing Fear the Whale shirts with Whalen's face on it and the Monsters logo. Whalen had it behind the net, looked to tuck it in front. Cleared away all the way down. The Monsters in their own zone with Matejchuk. Pushed to the boards, and Trineyev is there to dig it loose. Good step up by Prisky to knock the puck free behind the net. Trineyev took it from Matejchuk, but helping out is Fix-Wolanski to chop it behind the net with 8:05 left in the second period. Cleveland ahead by 1. Massey on the steal at center. Try is wide over the blue line. He shoots in the glove of Greaves, and he makes the save. And Jack Greaves has it the webbing of the catching man to hang on for his 13th save of the game.
Yeah, Greaves just made, it's pretty routine save for him, coming down the wall, but at the same time, we talked about it. You put that puck on the net, you never know, but at the same time, it's almost one of those plays where you can take a step and have your guys join the play. Jake Massey's all by himself there. You can take that in behind the net and allow his forwards to get it coming down the slot and have a second opportunity at that.
Greaves, who played in Barrie in the Ontario League, where Billy Smith was able to learn from him, ran some things in the goaltending department. His tenure there, quite the guy to learn from. Madeline Billy Smith, longtime Islanders fame. Trent Vogel, you were saying Greaves, the first one in the rink, the last one to leave. Hardest working guy out there. Nick Bootlin coached him in Kalamazoo, the Bears assistant coach, and said the same thing. Monsters sky the puck back to center. 7:30 left, second period. Cleveland will bring in offside, a face-off to come back down the ice. And Hershey will look to get something going in the latter half of this period. And there's been spurts, but you can tell the Monsters playing with some desperation and keeping the Bears' potent offense 5-on-5 quiet thus far.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was kind of touching on earlier there in this first and second intermission there. But you like to see the Bears dictate the pace, not try to play catch up here. We talk about the ability to score and how good they've been in the second period. They really haven't had a whole bunch of time spent in the O-zone where it's sustained O-zone pressure. A lot of it's been kind of a one and done. but let's see what they can do here with the last 7:30 left on the clock.
Another team trying to stave off elimination tonight. The Milwaukee Admirals also winning. They're up 1-0 over Coachella Valley. Former Philadelphia Flyer and Lehigh Valley Phantom Wade Allison with the goal for Milwaukee, who's down 3-0 in the series. Cleveland will ice the puck at another offensive zone faceoff. And when you're down 3-0 in a series and it feels like your backs are against the wall, the worlds are against you, do you play a little looser? I mean, what's the mentality going through Cleveland right now, knowing there could be no tomorrow?
Yeah, you have nothing to lose, right? And it's it's a desperation game, and I think they've come out here from the start of it and dictate the pace of how they want it to play. The physicality of it right away. They've come out and set the mark. With a few big hits and just winning battles. It comes down to, hey, you might not have tomorrow, so let's make the most of it.
Phillips off the draw, hit the outside of the net. He gets knocked down by Angle in the center ice. The Monsters got in, has it, a shot on the net, gone, Ditz chance, denied by Shepard. And no rebound is Matthew Phillips. A good look on one end, Cleveland. A rush on the other, but Shepard is there to make his 18th save of the game on the wrist shot. Swallowed up on Jake Gaudette's chance. Former captain at UMass, won an NCAA title in 2021. Since his first pro playoff run. Shepard able to swallow that puck.
Yeah, great job there by Chase Prisky. Kind of gets on the wrong side of the Cleveland player breaking in on that 2-on-1. And, he works all the way back to really pick up a stick in front of the net and not allow a second opportunity if there was one there from Hunter Shepard.
Off the face-off, a tie-up along the boards. The Monsters, Pucha has it to the point. A shot wide of Shepard off the back glass. And it's Limoges to take it, but McCown wraps it around to the point. So Vozil to Juracek. That one blew up on him. Couldn't handle it. Unable to knock it free beneath the goal line where Day up the boards looking to clear it. Couldn't get it down. Away from Phillips. McCown to fix Wolansky. Phillips able to pickpocket him from his knees to center to Huntington. Hershey's Jimmy Huntington. Man draped all over him. That's McCown. He'll dump it behind the net. Took the rough ride with the Bears change. Ivan Miroshnichenko out there. He could be a potential game breaker. Not only now, but at the NHL level sooner than later. Picked up his 6th goal of the playoffs with a gorgeous play. Late second period in Tuesday's win. He's 20 years of age. First rounder of the Capitals in 2022. 20th overall. Rowe to center. He's got it for Hershey. Veterans had a fantastic playoffs. On 3 along the near boards. Miroshnichenko looking to dig it out of the pile for the point. Hamid Akhtel leads to Rowe. Trying to go back to Miroshnichenko. That blocked. Hamid Akhtel gets it across to McElrath. Off the boards. That thing bouncing all over. He just has to chop it in. Hamid Akhtel on the takeaway again. Can the Bears tie it? Rowe to McElrath. 3 high again for Hershey. They'll chip it behind the net where Vecchione and Bjork tangle up. Coming in to help out is Miroshnichenko. Monsters keeping things to the perimeter, leading 2-1 with 5:35 to go in the second period. Hamid Akhtel on the step up, gets it away from Pearson. Hamid Akhtel the net, backhands it across to the right. Green slides out the save, loose in front, and it squirts away from Miroshnichenko on Sutter, sends it to the crease. Prisky with it by a hair, still 2-1 Cleveland. Bjork behind the net, stepped in front of Miroshnichenko. The Monsters bend, but they do not break. It remains 2-1 with 5:05 left. Here in the second, Strome slap pass across to no one there. It's intercepted by Dunn. Pushed to the boards and he will clear it underneath the scoreboard to center. Pace is picked up here in the last couple minutes for the Bears. It's past Trigame on the tip and give Cleveland credit. They've been more disciplined. So one penalty resulting in the Hershey power play. Monsters to center. Matteau galloping in. A shot to the net, knocked down and deflected wide. And it's picked up by Sillinger. Leads to Gone. Stick save. Shepard got the rebound too. Cleveland centers out of the reach of Sillinger. 3 up ice for Hershey. Too far for Strome. Tired Bears out. Now they're going to get caught here. Cleveland in again. Kahn's right side. Sutter step delayed. Sillinger gets it past everyone, but to Shepard, who will calm things down and hold it for a whistle.
Yeah, and that's a play there, Zach, that Todd Nelson might not be so proud or happy with, I should say. But that's got to get deep, and that doesn't happen coming back the other way.
4:15 to go in the second. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Monsters alumnus, Harper! At Sheehy Auto Stores, find the perfect used car today. With over 25 locations, shop the Mid-Atlantic's largest selection of quality, affordable used cars. Choose from over 2,000 vehicles, all makes, all models, backed by our 5-day money-back guarantee. And you always get one easy upfront price. Plus, when you sell or trade your current vehicle, get up to 125% of KBB value. Find your next used car at Sheehy Auto Stores. Shop in-store or online.
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.com.
The savings continue during Marlowe Furniture's Memorial Day Savings Event, now extended. Save big with 25% off all furniture plus free delivery or enjoy 5 years no interest financing. Shop unbeatable Memorial Day deals. Sofas $6.99, dining sets $7.99, and queen beds priced at an amazing $7.99. Save 25% plus free delivery or 5 years no interest financing. Only at Marlowe Furniture, your trusted destination with the area's largest showrooms under one roof since 1955.
2-1 Cleveland in front of Hershey. 4:15 left in the second period. Thanks for being with us. However you're watching or listening tonight, an electric crowd at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio. The affiliate of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The future of the Columbus Blue Jackets on display here with some of these guys for the Monsters. But Garrett, some good pressure for the Bears in the last couple of minutes. Some close calls in front of Jack Greaves, but right now just 15 shots for Hershey. They're looking to get more pucks to the net.
Yeah, and not a whole lot to show for it. Obviously, talk about that one with Sutsi that rolls through the crease, but for the Bears, it's now is a great time to really jump on it, like we saw in Game 3. Really put some pressure on Cleveland going into the break here.
Shepard to save off the face-off and is able to corral the rebound for another draw. Gons on the draw once more, dueling with Hendricks LaPierre. Face off to Juracek. It's drive, knocked down. Shepard looking around. The puck rolls behind the net. And Mateau with it. Flames to Gons. Cleveland captain lost it. Snively carrying the footsteps. Juracek took it away. Sillinger centers deflection. Great save by Shepard. He slides across and robs Brendan Gons. What a quality stop by Shepard to keep Hershey down by just one.
Yeah, it all starts. Juracek's playing on his toes there. He puts pressure there on Joe Snively, and a heck of a pass there by Sillinger, I should say, in front of the net to Gons, and a heck of a save there by Hunter Shepard, being on his toes, ready for that puck on a cross-crease pass there.
Snively was backpedaling a bit, going away from the puck and trying to pull it loose. There came Juracek to take it away, and Gons was open in front. Looking to get on the score sheet here after jumping in this series. He was hurt at the end of the year in the National Hockey League with Columbus. He and Carson Meyer both injured late. Weren't options early in the playoffs for the Monsters, and Meyer remains out, not on Cleveland's roster. So the Bears will ice the puck. It gives us a chance to check in ice level with our own Todd Sadowski.
Coming up in our second intermission report, dependable leaders. That sums up Captain Dylan McElrath, the netminder Hunter Shepard. We'll take a look at what makes them so steady and reliable on the ice. Plus, I'll be joined by John Walton for some second period analysis. Fox 43 viewers will have a game break, news, and weather report for you. And then Zach and Garrett will have the second period highlights.
Trying to face off again. Look forward to that around the break. And we do thank John Walton for joining us as well. The Washington Capitals voice, former voice of the Hershey Bears. Also heard him on NBC doing Olympic Games in the NHL on NBC as well in their heyday. Off the face-off, Hamanaktil unable to clear. 2-1 Cleveland on the Penn State Health scoreboard. 3:40 left of the second period. Huntington 2-on-2 to center with Limoges. Drops it to him, snaps the shot, deflects wide. Huntington was knocked down. Back on his skates behind the net, looking to come up with it. Free to the side of the goal. To Bjork, who looks to break to center. Skied down the ice. This one all the way down for icing. And once again in our Evergreen Brewing scratches tonight for Hershey. Their Juicy IPA helped the Bears repeat the roar. No Pierre Dubé here on this second line. No Aaron Ness and no Henrik Grabinski, along with no Lucas Johansson. Some key personnel out for Hershey that you normally see.
Yeah, it's a big loss. Anytime you lose Aaron Ness, a veteran guy with probably 700 plus games here now professionally. It's a huge loss when you lose a guy like that. You lose Dubé and Johansson, list goes on. So, it's a resilient group here. They embrace the the challenge, and the Bears have played some great hockey here.
Miroshnichenko to roll from behind the net, trying to jam it on goal and deflected away, and Cleveland back to center. A shot over the blue line. That looked offside, but we play on. Jake Massey out of his own zone looking for Miroshnichenko. Went to Juracek instead. Flipped back in by the Monsters. Under 3 minutes left, second period. Cleveland looking to take a lead in the dressing room. It was the Bears that scored late in the first in a similar scenario. Miroshnichenko, Vecchione shoots right off the mask of Reeves and into his body, where he's able to make the save. Looked like it hit that dangler, the plastic piece that covers the throat, and fell into his midsection for the shutdown.
Yeah, great little slip play from Miroshnichenko there at the blue line to a streaking Mike Vecchione, and like you said, it hits Greaves up high, high chest area on that dangler from his cage. But a heck of a little play there by Miroshnichenko right at the blue line to set that whole thing up.
Cleveland's fourth line has been oh so good. The fourth line for the Bears really helped them win the Lehigh Valley series, which was their first action. Fourth line versus fourth line. Here's the puck in on Shepard. He will glove it and hold on. Strome back in the lineup here today for Hershey. He's excited to return to the action. His 8th game of the playoffs, 4 points for the guy originally drafted by Philadelphia. Was a Black Ace last year. He and Henrik Rubinski didn't see any game action in the playoffs. Neither did Bogdan Trineyev, but they were part of the run and saw what it took, and now they're able to bring that to Hershey's lineup on that fourth line.
Yeah, I think that's so important to add that, when you're a young kid, you understand, what it takes to win and be around. And I was fortunate enough to do it earlier in my career. It's a huge momentum swing for those guys coming into this season. Just a confidence boost to be around the guys.
Juracek puts on the brakes and clears to center, out of the reach of Fix-Wolansky. Strome hit in front of the bench by Savozel. The Bears look to dink that puck loose. McCown is able to take it out of the pile. Knocked free at the blue line. Good play by Trineyev. And at center, Cleveland's able to wedge that puck loose. Fix-Wolansky with Matejchuk Jordan. Fix-Wolansky, the goal off the crossbar and out. Too much time, too much space if you're Hershey for Trey Fix-Wolansky. He doesn't miss those much, and the Bears catch a break there. Day out of his own zone. Back from behind to Frank. Shoots it in. Not clear on Greaves. He taps it aside with his pads. Denton Matejchuk and his pro debut. Hits the puck ahead to Dunn. Skies it over the Hershey net. 90 seconds left in the second period. Bears trailing 2-1 to the Cleveland Monsters. They lead the series 3-0. Looking to tie the game. They got Snively up ice. LaPierre will take it himself. LaPierre the goal. It's saved by Greaves. Got the right pad on it. Knocked free to the boards on the near wing. The pass missed McElrath, and down the ice it goes. Shepard will come out to play the rolling puck. Backhands it, gave it away. Dunn shoots. Shepard knocked it down, but it's loose and cleared. Hunter Shepard has had some adventures in this series playing the puck. I think Todd Nelson, the Bears, would prefer him in that one just to stay home.
Holy smokestack. That's one of those ones where, he clears it, doesn't realize that it ends up getting cleared, to the Cleveland player, and he makes a heck of a save there to get a glove on it and keep that in front of him and keep this lead at 2-1 and not 3-1.
Diving save to get back. Remember that one. Heavy hit along the boards. The Monsters clear between the defensemen. 30 seconds left in the second period. Greaves to leave it behind his own net as Cleveland looks to load up and bring to center. Monsters came back in games 1 and 2 from deficits in the third period. Barring something late, it looks like the Bears are going to have to do that to end this series. Limoges in his own zone, body by Sillinger. Gons with the puck, gets it to Juracek. Walks in, played it down low, but knocked away to the corner. Spun by Sillinger. Gons with it again. Time will expire as it banks off Shepard's pad for a whistle. For the end of the period, the whistle sounds, the horn sounds to end the second. Shots 27-18 in favor of Cleveland. Shepard has been peppered, and the Bears right now are going to have to amp it up the third period if they want to close out the pesky Monsters who are giving Hershey everything they got.
Yeah, and right now the Bears got to come out in the third period. They need to set the tone. It's been too much allowing Cleveland to really allow them to set the pace and how they want to play. And right now the Bears are playing on their heels and not on their toes. I'd like to see them come out and really set the pace in the third period here.
Our second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank, your trusted community bank since 1919. The Monsters, when leading after 2 in the playoffs, are 4-0. The Bears, when trailing after 2, are just 0-1 in this postseason, their lone loss against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms back in their opening round. Todd Sadowski, our third man, is ice level, and he's standing by with Hershey Bears forward Jimmy Huntington to get his thoughts after that second period. Todd?
Yeah, Jimmy, talk about where we're at right now. It's 2-1, nothing unexpected, right? With this series, you guys have been so close all the way through. Where do you like where you're at here after 2 periods?
I don't like our game, to be honest, right now. We don't play fast. That's not the Bears' identity right now. Seriously, we got to wake up. They're playing better right now. We lost some buddies last game, but hey, this guy's coming in and they have to do a job. We got to help our D out there. We're doing too many sub breakout right now. We got to play more fast.
You guys got a little bit of pressure going. Your line 2. Matt Phillips in there. How's he plugging in there? You guys know you played a lot of hockey together already.
Yeah, I like our line right now. We're playing good. We're going up ice. We just got to sustain forecheck more. It's too easy. They're playing 5 on the dice right now, so like I said, forecheck has to be better.
You guys know your 20 minutes could potentially close it out. I'm sure there's going to be urgency there in the locker room.
Oh yeah, there's urgency, but you know what? It's still 3-0 for us. We're in the driver's seat right now. We just got to put them on the doubt. Next always important. So, like I said, forecheck is key next period.
Jimmy Huntington, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Look, the Monsters are playing with desperation, but also discipline. No power plays for the Bears that period, so they're going to have to do it 5-on-5 if the Monsters are going to stay out of the box.
Thank you very much, Todd. Very honest. Jimmy Huntington, who said the Bears need to wake up and said forecheck will be important, doesn't like the Bears game right now. They'll look to dial up in the third, trailing 2-1. Take a breather and be back. Monsters in front. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Sydney does not like Hershey.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission valve body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
Days without hockey can be hard.
Whoops. Oh, man.
You need to find something to do outside of this house.
No, I just need a deed.
Hadid Carpet is the one to trust for cleaning and restoration of your treasured Oriental rugs and for superior wall-to-wall steam cleaning in your home or office. For 15% off in-plant rug cleaning, call 866-HADID-1.
5 minutes for fighting?
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears playoff hockey. This is Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, our second intermission report. The captain and the reigning Calder Cup MVP, Dylan McElrath and Hunter Shepard, are the constants for this team night in and night out. And their teammates, well, they appreciate everything they do on and off the ice.
Shepard busy in front of the goal, a sprawling save on Pearson, and the whistle went as the puck had come free.
We know that Shep is incredible every night, makes some big saves, and Mac obviously he's been our captain for ever since I've been there, and he's just done a tremendous job. He leads off the ice, leads on the ice. When he talks, you listen, and he's obviously a smart player. So when he sees stuff on the ice, when he talks, you try to listen. So there's no one else we'd want to be led by, and they both have done a great job.
McElrath is a steady force in front of Shepard. Occasionally, he'll get involved on the offensive side. In Game 3, he starts the rush that leads to the game-winning goal.
you know, he started the whole play by playing quick and stepping in the neutral zone and moving that puck up. And as a forward, whenever I see that, it's like, okay, get my feet going. You know, we're about to get on the offense. Let's make something happen. He took that D with him and opened up a big lane for me. So, it's, you know, running behind a linebacker there.
Big Mac and Shep leading another charge they hope leads to another Calder Cup. Stay with us. We'll have more Hershey Bears playoff hockey after the break.
The most iconic name at Busch Gardens Williamsburg is about to resurface. The legend of Loch Ness Monster lives on at the world's most beautiful theme park. Membership as low as $14.50 a month.
Experts in harnessing technological innovations to improve financial stewardship. As a veteran-owned small business, we are powered by our core values of service to others, leadership, diversity, dependability, integrity, and grit for the welfare, defense, and security of our nation. Visit us at BlakeWilsonGroup.com.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Capital One Arena is the capital of entertainment for all the best concerts and shows to hit the DMV. From heart-pounding music to show-stopping performances, Capital One Arena has it all. Check out some of the shows coming this month. TXT, Aventura, Frankie Beverly and Maze, Fade, Janae Aiko. Visit CapitalOneArena.com for more information.
Welcome back for more Hershey Bears playoff hockey. Second intermission report. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski alongside John Walton. Jimmy Huntington. I love interviewing him. The French-Canadian accent, just as honest as can be. And he talked about he's just not happy. He's not happy with the effort, and they need to clean it up a little bit, get the forecheck going. What'd you see there in that second period?
There's a lot of tough sledding out there, Todd. There's not a lot of time and space for the Bears to operate in the offensive zone. And give Cleveland a lot of credit because they're down 3-0. Yeah, it's a big house, but they could have folded up their 10 if the Bears come up with the first goal. They don't. I think their forecheck has been very good. They've been relentless in pushing the Bears in their own zone. They made life very tough in front of Hunter Shepard. I think all in all, Cleveland, certainly the big edge in 40 minutes, but it only matters what happens here in the third. Get one to tie it, that's a whole new game.
The first 3 games of the series, Bears never trailed. I know it was close, but they never trailed. They trail heading into the third period here. We're going to see what they have, but how many times have we seen Hunter Shepard make big saves, keep the team within a goal, and then the offense responds? So we'll see how it plays out in the third, but they are within striking distance.
Yeah, I really liked Shepard's save on Cameron Gauntz there late in the second period there. And yeah, just thinking back to, I don't know, Game 7 against Coachella, it certainly has happened other times too. You're going to need more of that. Hunter's got to slam the door. You can't give him anything else. If you do, we're going to be here on Saturday night. But the Bears, and we've seen it time and time again, Todd Nelson's going to say what he needs to say. The guys come out and do what they're supposed to do. there's still 20 solid minutes left here that the Bears can impose their will, and it all starts with speed. We talked to Todd earlier in the series about this. You've got to be able to get guys like Frank, like LaPierre, your big dogs that can skate. You've got to push these guys defensively. They're good, but the speed can beat them. That's how they do it in the third period.
Yeah, Ethan Frank got loose earlier in one of the games in Hershey to give them a lead in the third period. So, yeah, obviously eyes on that. I thought Cleveland's playing with desperation, but also discipline. They know they cannot go in that penalty box and put the Bears back on the ice with the man advantage.
Yeah, it's a great point because that's what did them in last time where they got down 3-0 in Game 3 as they took too many penalties, especially in the first period. Really impressed with the Monsters and what they've been able to do, staying out of the box. If the Bears get opportunities in the third, I suspect they will a little bit. That's just kind of the way the playoff hockey goes. If they're able to get that, take advantage of those opportunities, but the Bears need to be better at 5-on-5. Do that, and you're going to the Calder Cup final tonight. If not, we'll be here on Saturday for Game 5.
We'll see what happens. We got 20 minutes to go in regulation. John, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. We'll be right back. Zach and Garrett have your second period highlights. You're watching Hershey Bears playoff hockey.
I've been a Crop Metcalf customer for many years now, and you could trust me when I say you want Crop Metcalf working on your home. For heating and air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, pest control, and home performance, their team of 5-star technicians are professional, experienced, and for me, most of all, they're friendly. They're good people. They still believe in great customer service, and that's refreshing.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andy Holzman of Holzman Laser Vision. If you've ever considered LASIK, you should know not all laser centers are the same. Here at Holzman Laser Vision, we first determine you are a perfect fit for LASIK, and only then we'll provide you the best procedure available to help you see like you've never seen before. Experience the Holzman difference and schedule your comprehensive consultation today.
Seeing is believing at Holzman Laser Vision. Tyson's Corner, Chevy Chase.
We never thought that with Verizon, saving on the best in entertainment was going to be so easy.
Disney Bundle, Netflix, Max, now we don't miss a thing.
Before, we had to pretend we'd seen all these shows.
I mean, we're not really good actors. I found it so pure. The Pirates?
All I could do was nod and say, so good.
Season finale.
No.
I was on the edge of my seat.
I know,
so
me too.
good.
But now that we have Verizon, we can stop pretending.
Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, Netflix, and Max, all for just $20 a month, only on Verizon.
My turn.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, "These cars are going fast," I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue, one of 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
Spirit are ready to roll.
Spring into action with Monumental Sports Network.
Oh, that is a stunner!
Watch world-class soccer stars
A wonder goal!
battle it out on the pitch.
Down, Kingsbury's got it.
With live coverage of the Washington Spirit.
Spirit lead!
Kick off the season right here. And stream live on Monumental Sports Network.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears playoff hockey, the Eastern Conference Finals. They are loud and make a noise here in Cleveland. Their Monsters ahead 2-1 going into the third period of play, trying to stave off elimination. Well, Garrett, we heard from Jimmy Huntington. We just heard from John Walton as well on his thoughts. Bears got to play quicker in that third period of play. Is this the best Cleveland team that we've seen so far? Is this the best that Cleveland can give? Because the Bears certainly feel they have more.
Yeah, I definitely think that, right now that dressing room, for the Hershey Bears, it's we got to wake up, and it's hard for me sitting here. I know what I would be saying inside of that dressing room right now. I'm on the other side of it, but I know what's happening in there. They know they have better, and it's all the way through the lineup. It's not one guy. They don't have a passenger. It's all the way through the lineup.
So let's take a look at the highlights from that second period of play as the Bears and Monsters go toe-to-toe. Hunter Shepard would have to be good. He's faced 27 shots in this game, and for Shepard, well, finding out without a stick, he can get it done. He would get beat once in this frame. If he stays in the net, doesn't worry about playing the puck, he's going to be A-okay just fine, but it's Roman Ashan that gets it here. A bit of a play that he wasn't anticipating, broken up a bit. Ashan makes it 2-1, not the difference maker right now.
Yeah, and he just sticks with that puck, Zach. It's a second opportunity that he's hungry on the puck, and that's the separation that Cleveland has over the Bears right now, is sticking with it, doing the little things. Those systems in place, they work when you put them into place.
Jack Greaves on the other side has stopped 17 shots so far. That one, a clear-sided slap for the Bears, will look to take the eyes away from the Cleveland goaltender, who they beat 5 times in game number 3 back here on Tuesday. Little chippiness, little rough stuff. And Hunter Shepard right now doing what he does best, keeping the Bears there. So many times we talked about is Shep just gives up 2. You have a good shot to win the game. He's put them in that spot.
Yeah, no, you have. And we talk about the ability for the Bears to score. It's there. It's not something that they're going to be, forcing their sticks with or squeezing their sticks with. They just have to understand, like I said before, play on your toes, play fast. That's Hershey Bears hockey, and they'll be just fine.
Haven't seen a third period comeback for Hershey in these playoffs. They had a couple of them in the Eastern Conference Finals last year in Rochester. We'll see if they can have one here in Game 4 with a chance to advance to the Calder Cup Finals. Cleveland with other ideas. They're 2-1 leaders. We'll be back with the third period. This is the 2024.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out, because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
So you made some money. Want to make it do more? Make it do more than more. With Robinhood Gold, you can make your money do the most. Make your cash do 5% APY. That's a lot. At 8 times the national average, that's bigger than big. That's huge. Make your money make more money. That makes more money. Make your money do the most. Get Robinhood Gold and make your cash earn 5% APY. Join today and get your first 30 days free.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models, or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out, because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for only $24.99 a month.
Pass the ketchup.
No.
Dad, are you okay?
Yeah, just stressed out.
Oh, and the melody is sounding so much better. I can play it for you. Wait, where's your guitar?
I gave it to your cousin.
What? That guitar's like your favorite thing.
I don't need it anymore. Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
A career with a greater purpose. Apply today.
Cleveland Monsters looking to keep this series alive. Hershey Bears looking for their first comeback win. Going to the third period trailing of these Calder Cup playoffs. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell, Todd Sadowski ice side, along with producer Ann Albert. Big thank you to the crew in Cleveland for their assistance bringing you tonight's broadcast. 2-1 Monsters on the Penn State Health scoreboard. Third period of Game 4 has commenced. Hamanaktel with it for the Bears, stick handling in, looking to get Hershey on the offensive side of the puck. For Jimmy Huntington, critical if you joined us of his team's effort, said they need to play fast, they need to get to work on the forecheck. They do that here with Bogdan Trier. To the point, shot to the line, wide of the goal from Hamanaktel. And back to center, Hardy with McElrath tonight, Aaron Ness. A Evergreen Brewing scratch tonight for Hershey with an injury sustained in game number 3. Strome, stick handling the center. 2 goals in this building this year. Cherniev across to Sutter. Off his tape. Turns it around behind the goal. Cherniev up the boards. Chase Prisky's there for the blue line to drive. Caught by Greaves. With Strome in front, but 50 seconds into the period, the Bears go to work looking to find that forecheck they desire.
And that's the start, right? That's where it starts right now in this third period. Go play down there. Go have some sustained ozone time, where you can have a multiple shifts in the offensive zone. And that's a great start by that fourth line.
Elsewhere in the Western Conference, Game 4, Coachella Valley trying to sweep their series 2-2 with Milwaukee after 1. High-scoring first period at the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena in Wisconsin. Ethan Frank falls down, the puck to Snively at center. LaPierre drops it to Prisky, darting in, space down the left wing, cuts the net to LaPierre, and where is it? Deflected, and up and out of play. I thought that was going to be in the net for Hendrix LaPierre on a pass across from Prisky, but it won't go.
Yeah, it's tough to tell if it ends up hitting Greaves' stick. It sounded like it hit somebody's stick there, just and ended up going up over the glass, but a great play there by Hendrix to get to the front of the net, and that's what we're talking about, play on your toes, play fast.
Draw to Hershey, Prisky will retrieve at the blue line, and he smokes Zillinger, who was coming for him. Snively to Frank, he'll shoot, saved by Greaves, he fought it off. Cleveland clears the rebound. On the fresh ice, it'll go down into Hershey territory, but not far enough for icing. Now would be a good time for Matthew Phillips to pick up his first of the playoffs. Puck back behind the net, 36 goals last year for the Calgary Wranglers. First team All-Star in the AHL. Snively changing, Phillips swatting in, 18-15 to go here in the third period in regulation time. Cleveland nursing a 2-1 lead, fumbling with it behind the net, they give it away. Huntington today, the experienced Bears go to work. Iorio shot wide of the goal, but there's Huntington again to recover the puck. The Bears like a dog on a bone. Iorio to the goal, blocker save, Greaves, rebound, Lemos, shoots, right shoulder save, and a beauty. Jack Greaves putting on a show right now. Lemos with it again. Sheer strength powers through to Iorio. Bears on the cusp of tying it. Iorio's in, he shoots, and Greaves a glove save. He's got the answer again. What goaltending from Jack Greaves as the Bears come out firing.
So that's 2 now, Zach. That's 2 times here. You get 2 full shift changes. You're going under the third, and that's what you talk about. Play sustained ozone time. And that's the start that the Bears needed right now. Great chances in front of Greaves, and it made him make some big saves.
Last year's Beasts of the East have been woken up here in this third period, and look at that timeout called by the Monsters. Trent Vogelhuber, his team in the first 2 minutes and 19 seconds, and senses the Bears are moments away from tying this game, and he wants to wake his team up now after Hershey is really feeling it early.
Yeah, they are, and it's it's multiple chances in front of the net, really walking down Broadway. And having those opportunities that there's high ice there. Cleveland's going to give you the ice on the top up by the blue line, and the Bears have done a great job, with 2 minutes into this period of finding that high ice, allowing a guy to roll down the hill, whether that's an interchange with the D in the forward, but attacking down, through the slot. We've seen some great chances here.
Vogelhuber several times gave a motion of calm down with his hands. You look at Todd Nelson, who is about as calm as it gets back there. You might as well get him a rocking chair on the bench. Doesn't raise his voice except when he needs to, but when he speaks, everybody listens. His team right now trying to tie this game all over Cleveland in the early moments of the third period. Vecchione off the faceoff to Miro Stachenko. Prisky today. Knuckler off the shoulder of Greaves. Miro Stachenko on it. Puck glued to the Bears tape here. They go right back to work. Day to Vecchione, looking for the tying goal. Sweeps it behind the net. Miro Stachenko powers it through. Couldn't get the shot though. Blocked away to the corner. Pearson to try to clear it. Day takes the hit to make the play. Roll up high, winds and fires, blocked. And Juracek will clear it all the way down for an icing wide of Shepard. And once again, the Monsters survive that attack. And Hershey has them on their heels.
Yeah, they do, and that's exactly what they're looking for. Now you're rolling into you're coming back with your fourth line, who started this whole thing here in the third period, Zach. And this is the way they have to play. This, it's in your face, ozone time, and just let the skill take over for the Bears right now.
Already 4 shots in this period credited to Hershey, up to 22 in this game. For Cleveland, there's a long way to go with a 1-goal lead. Hungry Bears looking to make this a 2-2 game on the Penn State Health scoreboard. Again, Hershey wins. They're moving on to the Calder Cup Finals. Cleveland wins. They make this a 3-1 series with game number 5 becoming necessary in this building on Saturday. Riley Sutter to center. That's his marching orders and taps it behind the net. Strome looking to knock it free. It's deflected up and out of play for a faceoff. First check with Todd Sadowski, ice level. You're the guy that talked to Jimmy Huntington, and so far they're checking all the boxes that Jimmy wanted them to.
Definitely a good response, and these are the kind of situations we've seen unlikely heroes step up. A Logan Day with a huge goal. I love what Vinny Iorio did with the give and go to get to the ice, to get to the goalie and get a clear lane. He didn't finish the play, but those are the right things where the defense is going to start getting involved when you're behind by 1.
Bears had 4 comeback wins in the regular season when they trailed after the second. 4-10, 0-1. Last playoffs, 2 comeback wins when trailing going into the third. They're down 2-0 in Rochester. Lucas Johansson scored with about 9 minutes left. They wanted to put up 4 in the third period for a win that helped them pull away in that series. They won every game in Rochester. Trying to win both here in Cleveland. And to the Monsters, their first home loss of the playoffs in Game 3. Zaboro lost control, but Snively took it away. To Ethan Frank, who has Hershey's lone goal. It came on the power play back in the front. LaPierre, steal behind the net, takes it away, looks to center. No one there, but Snively again. Cleveland can't stop coughing up the puck heat. Snively 1-on-2, gave it away, and the Monsters will clear to center. Jake Massey in his own zone with it. 16:05 to go in the third period. It's Vincent Iorio to center. Iorio settles it, but now in his feet, can't find it. Phillips waits at the puck, away from him by Matecha. To Ashan, who's got the go-ahead goal to Sillinger. Left hand save Shepard. The rebound, he slid over, but fired wide on that fresh ice. And scrambly for Shepard, but it stays out. Oh, the blue line, Leboeuf to Huntington, and the Bears are offside. For those listening on the Bears Radio Network, as well as the Capitals Radio Network, quick pause, 10 seconds for station identification. Well, Huntington and Limoges have kind of grabbed the bull by the horns here with this line. A real good chip for them the last time out. See if they can take advantage with Phillips on their flank. Puck behind the Bears' net. Just 1 power play for Hershey in this game. Cleveland's been much more disciplined. Ashan centers. No one home but Limoges. They'll sky it off the glass and clear it back to center. Former San Diego goal. Has it. Charges forward. Over the blue line, pulls up, great pass Huntington, Naslaughty shoots wide of the goalie and Breeze down, and Phillips in front. Missed opportunity for Huntington. Comes to the point, Tay with it to Huntington again. Limoges on the far side, trying to get open at the back post. They'll feed it to him off the boards. On the right wing, Limoges to the point, kept in by Day, threw it to the net, it's blocked, Deshawn's up ice. Cleveland has it with Gaudin. Angle drives the goal. Gaudin in front. He scores! Jake Gaudin is third in the playoffs. Drives the middle of the ice, and Cleveland has a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's great patience there by Gaudin to wait for his guys to get up in the play. You know, he's not trying to get up in the play and do it by himself. He lets everybody join, and he takes that soft ice, through the slot and beats Hunter Shepard under the blocker.
The Bears were all over the Monsters in the first 5 minutes and 10 seconds of this third period until that rush. And Trent Vogelhuber called a timeout to try to calm his team. They were still having trouble in their own zone. But a game-changing goal potentially there. Still a lot of time left, but now the task even harder for Hershey, down by 2. Give Cleveland credit. Gaudette takes advantage the second time tonight. We've seen them be able to back off the Bears' defense, not have the gap they wanted, and get a point-blank shot. I think Swilanski hit the crossbar earlier. Gaudette doesn't miss. Puck dumped in. Greaves will stop it behind the net, so the Bears go back to work with McElrath along the boards. Aaron Roll will knock it to Miro Snachenko. Leads for McElrath at the point. Thinks about handing it to Hamanaktil. Played away for him. Juracek lost it to Rowe in the slot. Rowe to the net, tip wide, Knuckles on goal, Greaves the save, they swat away at it, still loose, Greaves, and it's in! Hershey scores! They respond, a jam play at the net, it's once again a one-goal game! Right back come the Bears!
That's just Garrett Rowe, just a dog on a bone there, and he's not going to let them turn him away. And what a response by the Bears to get one right after, minutes or seconds later, after Cleveland gets up by 2.
Garrett Rowe from the net front, a mad scramble, and the officials are going to review this here. We're going to go to a video review. A wild net now scramble, but Rowe at the side of the net appeared to knock that puck in. Unfortunately here, we're subject to the video feed that were provided by Cleveland, so we may not get a second look at this here from their crew because the video board is unable to show one. If we do get one, we will pass it along to you with our top-notch crew, but what did you see on that play, Garrett?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what they're looking at because Cody Beach is in a great spot there. He points to the goal that it does go in. So I'm not exactly sure if they're looking at maybe the net's off. It looks like it's, never came off at all. Goaltender interference can't be called at this level. So, that's a call that has to be made on the ice. It's not something that can be challenged by Cleveland. So I'm not exactly sure if they're just looking to see if it went in or across the line. I'm not sure what they're really looking at.
If it's Rowe's goal, it's his 5th of the playoffs. He was the guy that chipped it to the net and the arms went up. Here's they made a verdict here. We will await the call. 14:05 left in the third. Should be a point to center. And it is. Garrett Rowe responds for Hershey. Right after giving up a goal to Jake Gaudette, the Bears come right back 45 seconds later. And now Cleveland's got to be feeling, man, we had all the momentum on our side. This team won't quit either.
Yeah, that's just a veteran leadership group, for the Bears right now. We talk a lot about Dylan McIlrath, but you can't overlook the veteran presence that Garrett Rowe's been able to bring to this team here this year.
You could call that an ugly, grimy, greasy goal. Use whatever word you want. Not sure why they're chanting Refuse Suck. And Sutter shoots, and it's made by Greaves. As a puck cleared back to center. Clearly a goal, just verifying it went in the net. The call on the ice was a good goal, and that stands. 45 seconds later, it's Rowe for Hershey with his 5th. To make it 3-2. Cleveland still in the driver's seat. 13:31 left, and you got to feel like if you're the Bears, maybe took some wind out of the Monster sails there. Puck deflected off the linesman, and the Bears get it back. Frank to center. 1-on-3. Drops it to Snively. Gets it in front. Frank was there. The pass never made it through. And a whistle will go. And too many men on the ice on the Monsters here. Too many skaters out for Cleveland. Oh, what a wide open door now for the Bears to tie this game with 13:12 left. A penalty on the Monsters for too many men on the ice. When we return, a power play for Hershey. 3-2 the score. What a turn of events in Cleveland. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Final.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. With Thompson Creek Windows, you'll see your utility bills go down as the summer heats up, and you can get windows now and pay later.
We do it all: design, build, and install.
So you won't pay the middleman markup.
You get high-quality windows at an affordable price.
Buy one window, get one 40% off.
Call now to save 40%.
Call 855-57 Creek now for this amazing offer.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
Here we go! Well, sometimes experience versus youthfulness can be overplayed. We heard Chris Knobloch, the head coach of the Edmonton Oilers, say, what did Super Bowl experience do for the Buffalo Bills when asked about the Oilers and experience, but the Bears have the experience. The Monsters don't. But too many men on the ice penalty after they give one up right after they took a 3-1 lead. We've seen what the Bears power play can do, Garrett. This feels like the time to turn the tides either in favor of Cleveland with a critical penalty kill or the Bears' way to tie this game at 3.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, like you talked about, this is a huge power play for Hershey. You know, we've seen it clicking so far this series, you know, running over 50%.
Right off the draw, LaPierre, and it's swatted away by Sweezy. Saving play there is Pucha shorthanded. Will pull up in the Bears zone. 1 for 1 on the power play in this game on the Ethan Frank tally for Hershey. So now the Bears are the man advantage against the Monsters. 8 for 19 in the series. LaPierre to Frank, out of his reach. He'll pull back now in his own zone. Alex Limoges at center. Fans of the Bears stand at Hershey Lodge, cheering their club on. Want a tying goal. Frank over the blue line, guided away from the pressure, being hooked a little bit, held the stick to. Officials say play on. Too many men on the ice, penalty being served by Whalen. Bears stuck in neutral. That's Frank with it to center. Behind Vecchione, brought in. Offside on the Bears. And they'll likely change power play units here with 12:25 to go in the third. That group not able to get much going. Todd downstairs ice level. See what the second power play unit can do here.
Yeah, guys, put this in the best players need to be your best players category. Hendricks LaPierre lighting it up, second in the league in playoff scoring with 13 points, 4 goals, 9 assists. Also leads the playoffs with 7 power play points. Didn't get one there on that shift, but some of his teammates are up the scoring charts with him. Ethan Frank, Chase Frisky tied for third in points with 11. Frisky on the ice right now.
Critical kill so fine for the Monsters. They'll flip it down the ice. Matthew Phillips on this second power play unit with Dubé out. One of our evergreen brewing scratches tonight. It's Prisky in his own zone. Gets the puck to center to Huntington. 55 seconds left on the power play. 3-2 Cleveland here in Game 4. Rowe to Phillips to Huntington. Tried to stick handle in. He lost it. The Bears need help to get it behind the net. Rowe, who's got the latest goal. Top side. Miro Stachenko with a helper in this game. Off the right side boards. Miro Stachenko behind the net. He leaves it to Phillips. For the blue line, Prisky. Far side one-timer. Miro Stachenko off the side of that. Comes back to him. Prisky. Right circle Phillips. With some room. A clutch save by Greaves. And the Bears did not take his eyes away there. Huntington to the side of him. And a save made by Greaves on the chance from Phillips.
Yeah, just not enough in front of him. You know, like you said, just off the side. And, you know, anytime you have a good goaltender, you know, backstopping you, it's pretty tough to beat him from distance, you know, if there's nobody in front.
Dangerous looking power play for Hershey. 11:40 left in the third. 28 seconds left on the too many men on the ice penalty. It'll be Rowe in the circle against Sillinger, and everyone going to be backed up. Linesman Mitchell Hunt making sure the proper procedures are followed. Rowe wants this draw win. He gets it clean to Chase Prisky. Sillinger comes up high. Phillips with Huntington, the side of the net. Rowe in front too. Prisky, Miro Stachenko, one-timer, stick save, Breeze at Rainbow's way up in the air. Gloved down by Miro Stachenko with the Monsters get it. Miro Stachenko's hurt, ahead to center. Here comes Cleveland. Juracek short-handed, threw it in front, ran himself out of room. Broken up to center, and Miro Stachenko back in the play, has it. 2-on-1 to Huntington over the blue line. To Miro Stachenko, and Juracek got back and made a great play. Penalty's over, Whalen's out of the box. Great play by David Juracek. It slowed up just enough for him to get back. Cleveland tips it down the ice. They say no icing. That looked like it came from the wrong side of center from Whalen. But we play on. 10:55 to go in the third. 3-2 Cleveland on the Penn State L scoreboard. Strom behind the net to Riley Sutter. He missed it along the boards, and Angle takes it away. Flips it cross ring. Dave knocks it down. Pushes Whalen in the boards, and Cleveland onside looks to untangle that puck. Shots are now 29-28 in favor of Cleveland still, but heavily favoring the Bears. Just one shot for the Monsters in this period. Hershey already with 10. Gons to center though, with Mateau going to the net. Brendan Gons up the middle, high and wide. Cleveland scored on their one shot, mind you not. The wrister from Gaudette that beat Champert at 5'10". There's to center, too wide, over the blue line. It's Matt Strom picking it up, putting off the back of the goal. LaPierre's fresh to the line. McElrath drive, a pass save made by Greaves, stretched out to his left. It's the Bears captain, fires it to the goal. McElrath again. Frank covering up top. Cross to Hamid Octel. Traffic in front. He shoots. Left pad save. Greaves. Rebound. LaPierre. Turned out by Greaves too. Well, Jack Greaves a difference maker here, but the Bears threatening again. LaPierre to McElrath, right circle, shoots, knocked down in front, not sure where that hit. McElrath for the Bears, trying to tie the game, but the pass out of the reach of Hamanakto. Bears have to tag up, they're making a change. Hamanakto, too far for LaPierre, but he gets it away from Bjork behind the net, once but not twice. And Cleveland once again digs it out of the pile to center. Lemos on the delayed offside, waits for the pullback, feeds to Matt Phillips. Matthew Phillips will shoot it in. Finds the rails to Huntington. He centers to Phillips. His shot knocked away. And up in the air it goes. Out of play. As Vic Swolansky smoked Phillips. And let's take a breath. 9:06 in the third. What a frantic pace. The Bears all over the Monsters. 3-2, Cleveland in front. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, "These cars are going fast," I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on Rogue, one of 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
We had the best vacation.
Yeah, and it was easy with the points we earned with the flagship card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
They had the best vacation. Look at all those fish. I love our points.
Yeah, me too.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Hershey Bears for over.
A lot of emotion in this one and a lot of pressure from the Hershey Bears. They had 18 shots through 2 periods. They're up to 32. It seems like, Garrett Mitchell, there's some second chance opportunities for the Bears that are there for the taking, but right now they're just not able to capitalize on the rebounds. The one they've got, Jake Reeves, is putting on a show between the pipes.
Yeah, you know, it's important to have a guy in front of the net, but it's also about having that second layer. You know, and so what I mean by that is having that guy taking away Reeves' eyes right in front of him, having that second layer that when that puck does come out, you're within, you know, distance that's laying there for you. Right now, sometimes I find that, you know, Hershey's a little bit too high in the slot and they just don't have the opportunity to get to that puck. So having a layer, second layer there is a huge thing.
Phillips off the draw win, popped it over the net. Huntington is there, dragged down. Juracek's hands up in the air. Didn't want to call, he won't get one. As it comes to center ice, McCown with it for Cleveland. Gets it back, his backhander off the glove of Shepard. Rebound, wide of the goal. Chance the other way for Cleveland from Pucha. Monsters keep it. McCown to the net front. Wide of the goal off the backboard. Swirls in front. The Bears smacking off the boards and out to center. Trent Vogelhuber's squad up by 1 with 8:35 to go in the third period. Trying to keep this series alive. Bears trying to close it out tonight. They need a goal to tie. We've seen 2 overtime games of the series already. Steal at center. Rowe turning in. One-on-one with Savolsky. Shoots. Greaves looking around. It's underneath his left pad. And he's got it. And that's not the first time, Garrett, we've seen that in this series. A low shot that nearly beats Greaves, or does beat Greaves. Barely able to seal the ice as Rowe one-on-one nearly tied it.
Yeah, there's been a few different opportunities there. The Aaron Ness is the one that comes to mind. Hendricks LaPierre is the other one that I was trying to think of, but there's been a few times that the Bears have been able to slide it under Greaves' leg there that he's trying to seal the ice. So, you know, it's something that maybe they're talking about down in the pre-scout of the goaltenders, but we've seen that come a couple times.
That face-off done unfairly, and Iorio wasn't happy about it, but the Bears are winning a ton of draws right now, too, in the offensive zone, and that's a big starting point for them right now in the offensive zone as well.
Well, and that's what allows you to have that sustained ozone pressure. You win that draw, it sets you up, you know, to have the puck and really put it towards Cleveland's goaltender here.
Jinxton as the Monsters win that face-off and clear it in. Mirostinchenko able to hit Pearson hard. He finishes his hit, and the Bears with the puck to center. Rowe to Mirostinchenko. He tips it in. No icing in front of Greaves. Picked up by Zaboral. His stick handles behind the net. He evades Mirostinchenko, evades Vecchione, and turns it to center. Flips it in behind the Bears' goal. Under 8 minutes left. Third period. Cleveland up 3-2 on the Penn State House scoreboard, but it's the Bears on the takeaway behind their own net. Vincent Iorio Hershey changing. Fourth line over the boards. Todd Nelson rolling all 4 lines right now, giving everybody a look. Haven't seen a heavy dose of the first line. Maybe we will in the closing minutes, down by 1. Right now, everybody Creighton out. Shaw to steal at center. Picked back up by Gaudin. He's got the go-ahead marker right now. Beneath the goal line. Pushes Iorio. Cleveland trying to knock that puck loose, make the Bears skate 200 feet. Strom's pass eluding Iorio. He'll double on back behind his own net, muscle a backhander up the boards that Strom will wedge to center. On the tape, O'Reilly Sutter. Chip and chase in the offensive zone. There's fourth line forward. Throws a big hit on Bjork, but the Monsters with the puck. Matecha to center. To a shot over the blue line. Snaps a wrister that Shepard grabs with the glove. And no rebound from Hunter Shepard with 6:55 to go in the third period, and nothing decided yet, but Cleveland giving the Bears everything they got right now. There's the save by Shepard with the catch and glove, and here's a look at the upcoming games for the Eastern Conference Finals, if needed, of course. We hope all these games can be deleted off this graphic. We still need that asterisk there on that top game because that is not necessary yet, but Cleveland is hoping that it will be with the result of this one. Hershey has threatened immensely here in this third period of play. Vecchione to center. Gets the puck to Lapierre. Back to Vecchione to Snively, who shoots wide of the goal. It rolled away from him. And now the Monsters to center with Sillinger. Over the blue line on the right wing. Day deflects it out of play with 6:31 left in the third period. And Garrett, close call for Snively missing the net.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, that's a play I don't think he's trying to, I mean, he's trying to put it on net. I don't think he's trying to score. He's got 2 guys going to the net. He's just trying to shoot far pad, hoping that that kicks right to the slot. Unfortunately, he missed the net, and it, you know, it breaks Cleveland out coming down to the other end.
Every play critical right now. The little things matter. Bears trying to pull out a tying goal. Vecchione to center, gets the puck to Snively, pushes it in on the backhand. Breeze to play out of the far side. Day to cut it off on his offhand. Pushes it behind the goal. Snively's there by himself. Snively looks to cut out front. Snively in the feet of Iorio. It's a Day who leaves for Lapierre. 3 up high for Hershey. Hendricks Lapierre looking to escape. Leaves for Vecchione. They get it to Iorio. He'll slap to the goal. Pad save Greaves. Tied up in front is Snively. He wanted a penalty call. Couldn't get his stick unwedged, and down the ice it goes. No Ethan Frank right now for Hershey. Not seeing on this top line. Not seeing him on the Bears bench sheet. Hangs up group. Huntington in. Well, adversity never killed anybody, but they're not the top goal scorer right now. Hamanaktin walks in, leads to Huntington, looking for the tying goal. Blocked by Cleveland. Trying to not let pucks get through. Lomos to the blue line, Hamanaktin out of the reach of Prisky and taken away. Little things like that, talking about what matters. Pearson throws down Phillips. Now the Bears have to regroup at center, trying to catch the Monsters in a change. As Limoges over the blue line. Huntington, last circle to Hamanaktin. And Prisky missed it. Will recollect it and chip it in deep. Limoges behind the goal, steps on the puck. Huntington tries to find it, cleared by Cleveland all the way down. Pearson trying to negate icing, and he will. Shepard out to play it. He wins this one. Up the boards to center with under 5 left. 3-2 Cleveland on the Penn State L scoring point. Brings on the dump in. Behind the net, out of the reach of Vecchione. Up the middle, Miroshnichenko couldn't take it away. Cleveland clears it back to Hershey territory. Oh, with a goal in this game. Nice and knocks it away. Puck won't sit flat for anybody right now. Cleveland's gone down, gets it, and it's Day to row at center. They'll have to try it again. Down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third period. Iorio down by 1. His Bears looking to fight to come back in this one. To the line, Hamanaktin knocked away from him. And this cleared back out to center. See the Bears really cutting out on their defense here in this third period. Not a lot of Jake Massey, who's on the Bears bench right now. Snively on the tip in. Puts it back behind the net of Greaves. Clock continues to roll. We'll keep an eye on Shepard. Todd Nelson doesn't normally pull his goaltender this early. Kept in, last shot. Matthew Phillips shoots to the goal off the outside of the net. Puck free along the near wing. Hershey's been all over the Monsters in the third. The puck deflected up and out of play. That hit the safety netting, and they didn't blow it dead. We play on. Can the Bears take advantage? No, but Joe will break it out. Should have been a whistle and an offensive zone draw. Instead, Cleveland comes the other way. Stefan Bateau with it behind the net. Feeds the line. Precious seconds ticking off the clock here. Hershey will have to come back with no Frank on the bench right now. LaPierre digs it out. The center Snivel rejected away from him. Into the Bears of change. Whalen's not passed it down in front. Rolled away from him. Shepard may have got a piece, but the Bears continue on, just down by one. In the corner, a big-time scrum. Cleveland killing the clock here a little bit. Officials wanting to move it. It finally comes loose. The Monsters giving the Bears everything they got. Hershey doing the same, trying to find a tying goal. Snively to center, hits the red line off the body of Savosa. Up in the air, delayed offside. Hershey tags up Bogdan Trineyev. He escapes, great play. Day to Iorio. Gives it back, Logan Day left boards. Iorio again, traffic in front. Day will switch spots with Vincent Iorio. From the left circle to the goal line, Huntington. In the feet of Day, he was wide open. And they're just a little off right now as the puck clears. Shepard stays in the net. Ashawn's in the move. Oh, Day got back and hooked him and keeps the Bears alive. Ashawn can't believe there's not a penalty. He had Shepard beat.
Yeah, he did there, Zach. Maybe a little bit of a fortunate bounce. I don't know if it's a stick play that, maybe referee Cody Beach saw that it, he went stick on puck. It's hard to tell from here, but, I think we might have got away with one there.
Monsters cleared out of play, but not from their own zone with a minute 50 left. There should have been a stoppage about a minute and a half ago, I believe, around the 2:40 mark when the puck went out of play. The officials didn't see it. We played all that time up and down, and the Bears likely going to take a timeout here to talk about it. Or the draw at center to organize things, or maybe they won't yet. We'll see.
Yeah, you might see Todd Nelson call a late one here. Typically you'll take that, take that time out in the offensive zone so you can really set up a play. Still with almost 2 minutes left here, I think it's a smart play to hold off on the timeout.
Vecchione, Rowe, and Mirosnichenko out on the ice with a minute 45 to go in the third period. We'll keep an eye on Shepard. The Bears need one to tie this game. Shepard looking at the bench, starting to head off. There he goes, empty net. Hershey, 6 on 5. Macho out of the corner. The Bears looking to dig it free. Tied up, comes to Gons. Empty net ahead. He'll clear it down the ice. Rolling to the empty net. Prisky hustling back for it. No icing as it goes wide. Chase Prisky to center. 1:20 to go. 3-2 Cleveland. Zips it in on the dump it. Green stays at home in the goal crease. Comes to the left side boards. LaPierre digs it out. Cleveland's Gons again. Wheels to the empty net wide. This will be icing. With 1:04 left in the third period, and Cleveland fans on the edge of their seats, hoping their team can survive 1:04 to keep this series moving.
Yeah, Todd Nelson takes his time out here. That's what I talked about. You'll wait till you have an ozone draw. You can set up your play. You can set up your guys. You'll put, you got 2 face-off guys out there that can both win draws, and we talked about how great the Bears have been so far on face-offs. It's one of those things right now for the Bears. With a minute 4 left, it's do or die right now for them. They would love to end this thing here tonight and at least give them a chance to go back.
Todd, we've seen the Monsters pull off late comebacks twice. Is it the Bears' turn now?
Could be, guys. Look, they got a lot of shots. This is not a typical Bears performance where they have a high volume of shots and not a lot of goals. We've seen them score 4 or 5 goals in a low number of shots. Their execution is off. Their accuracy is off, but all is forgotten if you can get one here in the last 1:04.
Shepard on the bench. Surrounding Nick Butlin, assistant coach who runs the power play, is Vecchione, Mirosnichenko, LaPierre, Snively, Limoges, and Prisky. Again, no Ethan Frank for Hershey right now. Exited at some point, we believe, in the third period. 6 on 5, empty net. Shepard on the bench, 64 seconds away for Cleveland to keeping this thing going. The Bears looking to tie the game. They've been all over the Monsters in the third. Cleveland in front. Jake Gaudette is his goal a winner. Vecchione On the draw for Hershey against Gons. Vecchione wins it. Falls down but knocks it to the point. Hershey has possession. Snively to Prisky, center point, a minute left. Snively with it to Prisky, right circle. Hendricks LaPierre, Limoges is in front. Prisky to LaPierre, trying to force overtime here. For the blue line, Prisky, patient. Snively looks to shoot, he does, wide agrees. There was some room there, but he missed the net. Comes up the boards, but Joe will clear it. All the way down again, this will be icing. Whistle stops the clock with 37 and a half left. Now you got to be a little less passive. See if you can get that puck to the net.
Yeah, just, you've got Alex Limoges, which, he's proved how great he is in front of the net. And, his stick skills are right up there, as an elite level, screen guy and net front battle guy. So, you got him there. You got to get it there and allow him to do his job in front of Greaves.
Another draw win, Vecchione to chase Prisky with the puck. Hendricks LaPierre, right circle, shoots wide on the blocker side. 28 seconds left. Snively along the boards. Gets it back from Miroslav. 3-2 Cleveland. Prisky to LaPierre. Gets it to Vecchione, who gives it back. Vecchione again, one-timer, great save. Greaves off the right shoulder. Snively's got it. Miroslav wide of Greaves, who is down late in the corner. 11 seconds left. Do they have one more chance? And the whistle goes. Greaves' mask has come dislodged. The strap off on it. With 8.9 left, the referee blows the play dead, and the Bears wanting to check the clock. I couldn't even hear that whistle.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there is about 2.5 seconds there, just right around that 2-second mark that's come off the clock there. When the whistle went, they let it go for a little bit there, so it'll be interesting to see what they put back on.
Vecchione 2 for 2 on the face-offs. He's going to have to win another, and it will take to the final second, potentially, for Hershey here. No time has been added on the clock right now. It's still at 8.9 as Greaves still adjusting his mask. Can Hershey pull off a tying goal? Miroslav is lined up behind Vecchione to his left. He could bobbin if they wanted to him, or they could go to Prisky to set it up for the Miroslav one-timer. Clock stays at 8.9 after all that. Vecchione wins it again to Prisky, looking for the tying goal. Miroslav off the post, it's loose and it goes to the corner. Oh, the Bears hit the post. It's knocked down to the Monsters. But the slimmest of margins force game number 5 on Saturday night. Off the goal post in the final seconds. Cleveland escapes with a 3-2 win to keep this series alive.
You know what, we knew coming into this that it was not going to be easy. They're not a team that's just going to roll over and hand it to you. That's a heck of a third period by the Bears. That's the way that they need to play that. And I guarantee you that that's what they're going to build off of moving forward into Game 5. They know that they can play that way. They let it down in the first 2 periods. Talk about it that that's not Hershey Bears hockey. They got to play on their toes, really dictate the pace, and they came out in the third period, I'm sure, after a little bit of a wake-up call from the veteran group in there, and came out and played the right way.
Cleveland gets the 3-2 victory, and Wilders in front of a home crowd keep this series going. Give Trent Vogelhuber's squad credit, give Jet Greaves a lot of credit. He makes 33 saves and gets some help from his best friend, the goalpost, at the end of the day. It's been a pleasure bringing you these games on the NHL Network. We thank you for those who have joined. We'll keep it going on the Monumental Sports Network, as well as AHL TV and Fox 43.2 on Saturday for game number 5, and on the Bears Radio Network as well. For Todd Sadowski, for our producer, Ed Albert, for Garrett Mitchell, my name has been Zach Fish. Thanks for being with us. The Monsters, 3-2 winners. Close call at the end, but Cleveland forces a Game 5 to keep the Eastern Conference Finals alive. For those on the Radio Network, stay with us for our Fairview Golf Course